What's Gucci? All right, y'all. What's good with it? What up, villain? Y'all let me know if you can hear me on the YouTubes. Mm-hmm. Yeah. What's good? What's good with it, y'all? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. What's happening? Mm-hmm. What do you do, folks? All right. I can't wait to talk about this. They got me all fired up. I'm fired up. What's good with it? YouTube, let me know you can hear me. Hit me with a thumbs up if you can. Some yesterday. Back. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, I got done with my work early today, y'all. So we in this thing. We in this thing, man. I just had a. All right, bet. All right, cool. So yeah, man. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Feminism destroys relationships, and that's a good thing. Now, we'll get into it. We'll get into it more. I would love to hear the take. I need to know if you disagree, please. I know how it is. Come on up. Don't be afraid. Don't come up here being scary. Say it with your chest. Or if you agree, I'm sorry. Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how it would work because I think that the rhetoric is that feminism destroys relationships. I hear a lot of men saying that a lot, and I'm like, I don't know if you guys know what you're saying when you say that. I don't know if you know that that's an indictment on men when you say that feminism is destroying relationships. I just want the men to process that. If you are a man and you think and you say feminism is destroying relationships, then you don't understand that that is an indictment on men and our character. And I remember yesterday when I ran the prompt that was talking about how men don't want to get married anymore because they're afraid that they're going to destroy the marriage. The men were like, "Nah, I don't really believe that," and da 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 da. And I'm like, then why do you guys say that feminism is destroying the marriage? I don't know if you guys understand how those things are connected, right? You should know it, but you don't. You never know. You never know. I think it's hilarious. I think it's pretty darn hilarious how men constantly say the quiet part out loud. Uh-huh. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. So let's get into it. I want to know. I need to hear it. If you agree, feminism destroys the relationship. Yeah, feminism destroys relationships. But I say it's a good thing that feminism is destroying relationships. If that's how you want to look at it, by the way, because we can look at it from multiple angles. I don't know if I wouldn't necessarily say feminism is destroying relationships, but again, the men are saying feminism is destroying relationships. So even if I use that, I'm going to use that, and I'm going to say that that is because that's an indictment on the character of men, right? And our treatment of women, obviously. If you can't be in a relationship with a woman that is a feminist and you're a man, that is an indictment on you, not on the woman. That's an indictment on you, not the woman. If you can't deal with the feminist woman, that's your problem. What up, girl? That's your fault. That's your thing. If you can't deal with I can't marry an educated woman, that says a lot about you. I can't marry no woman that got a degree. I mean, that's your fault. See what I'm saying? Like, that's not, like, I know, see, because what happens is the men try to turn it around and go, let's use the degree thing for an example. They'll try to turn it around and be like, that's because women that got degrees, you know, they be all, become aggressive. They start thinking they men. Again, an indictment on men, right? If you can't be with a woman that acts like a man, then why would a woman be in a relationship with a man? If you listen to what I'm saying, if you can't be in a relationship with a woman that acts like a man, then why the fuck do we expect women to be in relationships with men? Right? And don't give me that, oh, it's different expectations. It's not. Not when it comes to how we act, to how we treat one another. If you were saying that you can't be in a relationship with a woman that is aggressive, then why would a woman want to be in a relationship with a man that's aggressive? If you're saying you can't be in a relationship with a woman because she is she's cold, right? Or in y'all minds, AKA too logical, quote, I'm putting that in heavy quotation, but she's cold, she's too logical. That's how you guys mask that. It's just coldness because you guys don't care because you're not empathetic. Then why would a woman be in a relationship with a man that's cold and unempathetic? That doesn't make any sense. Yeah, stoic, exactly. If you can't deal with a stoic woman, why would a woman want to deal with a stoic man? You guys telling yourselves every single time you say that shit. Every single day that y'all get on the internet and y'all come out and y'all be like, I don't want no woman that act like a man. Exactly. Me either. I don't want a woman to act like a man either. But why would a woman want a man that acts like a man? That's the thing that y'all missing. Why would a woman want a man that acts like a man? That's all I'm saying. It never makes sense. Because then when I ask you, what do men provide? What do men bring to the table? In the relationship, it's the dumbest shit. Oh, he has a job. He pays some. It's always monetary, or some like y'all think y'all Superman or some shit. Oh, he protects. He don't protect her from shit. He ain't protecting her from him, so he ain't protecting her from shit. Only I'll make sure that no other man abuses her. Only I'll abuse her. That's what they be saying. It'll only be me. I'll be the only man that can abuse her. You know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy. It's crazy. It's wicked. It's wicked work. Lifelong partnerships are oppressive and unnatural. It's not what I'm saying. I love my lifelong partnership. Speak for yourself. A lifelong partnership with a man can be oppressive, but lifelong partnerships are not in themselves, bad or whatever. And the nice guy was she insurance plan. Don't know what that means. If I invite you up, by all means, please come up. If not, well, I just preemptively mute y'all for the live because I already know y'all be acting weird. Oh, well, your statement didn't reflect you. You didn't say, I think this. You were saying it in general, like relationships are oppressive. Not the relationships you're in. If your relationship is oppressive, that's probably because you're oppressive. Right? I mean, as the man, if you're telling me that like the relationships you're in is oppressive, then that's probably a reflection on you. If you have any questions, you can come up and ask the question. What up, Dante? By all means, there's no need to have the conversation in the comments. If y'all got something to say, by all means, come up. I'm a nice guy. I'm a nice guy. Yeah, we just gonna do it like that. Brando, what's good with you?
What's going on, bro? Yeah, so I see your prompt you got up here, feminism destroys relationships, and that's a good thing. So just wanted to question you about that. What you mean by that?
So feminism, do you know what feminism is?
As far as I know, it's supposed to be about equal rights. As far as women wanting equal rights, you know what I mean? They want, they want equality
And equity.
and equity. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So have you heard men say that feminism destroys relationships?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. So if feminism is all about the equity and equality for women, and you're telling me that that is what's destroying the relationship, doesn't that mean that the relationship isn't fair and equitable for the women?
I get what you're saying, but I think it's a little out of context, because when I hear men talk about feminism, right, they're not talking about the beginning of what feminism is supposed to be. They're talking about modern feminism. You know what I'm saying? To say that feminism, like feminism,
modern feminism is better than the old feminism. It's gotten better. It's been refined over and over and over again. It's better now than it was 100 years ago, 120 years ago.
I think it goes a little too far, though, bro. I think it does go a little too far. Because then it goes past equity and more towards like superiority in a few cases.
Give me not a few cases. What evidence do you have to support this?
What evidence do I have to support that? I mean, when we look at like the family court system, you know what I mean? Like,
who created the family court system? Did feminists create the court system?
No, it didn't create it, but I mean, in the beginning, but if you look at it, right?
Hold on, Brando, but the thing I hate how we bounce around so fast. Like, sit with that for
I get what you're saying. Yeah,
listen to what I'm saying. Deal with one thing at a time, because you're saying stuff, and I'm like, if you just took 1 second, then we should be able to come to a reasonable conclusion. So if your claim is, look at the court system, and then I asked you right off the bat, did feminists create the court system? And you go, no. Then wouldn't that make your whole point move?
No, but listen, we have to understand that feminism did influence it, like the court system, because in the beginning, when women were getting divorced, they weren't getting anything, and then feminism came along and balanced it out. You get what I'm saying? To where women were getting alimony, they were getting child support, because there was a time when women got divorced and didn't get anything. So feminism did create a balance. At that time, that because women were like traditionally housewives and they weren't working, so a lot of them were at a disadvantage when they left the marriage. So at that time, it was fair for a woman who was not working, if she left her marriage, to get something because she was not working.
What percentage? What percentage of people pay alimony nowadays?
I don't know the numbers offhand, my brother. I'm not even gonna sit up and pretend.
It's 8%. 8% of people pay alimony.
Okay.
What percentage of women are stay-at-home wives that don't work at all in the marriage?
Oh, that's very low. That's very low.
It's not that low. It's higher than what you're. I mean, what do you think it is? Take a guess.
Stay-at-home wives these days, with women having as much education as they do now, as women working as much as they do now, I would think the stay-at-home rate would probably be under 20%, somewhere around there.
No, it's about 30%.
Oh, it's 30. Oh, okay.
It's 70% of women in marriages work, so that means the rest of them don't. Right.
I'm listening.
Okay, cool. So, of the 30%, right? Of the 30%, only 8% get paid alimony. And I'm not even assuming that it's all for the women that, you know what I'm saying? But let's assume.
I'm listening.
You see what I'm saying? So wouldn't that right there prove that women are still not, it's still not balanced?
Well, see, because this is the thing about alimony, though. You have to be married for a certain amount of time to get alimony, and we know that most marriages end within, under 5 years these days.
The average marriage is 10. The average marriage is 10 years.
Really?
Mm-hmm. The average marriage is 10 years. Yeah.
10. Well, I know you have to be married a certain amount of time to get alimony, because I know one of my brothers just recently got divorced, and he's paying alimony.
But listen to what I just asked you. So. Right. If only 8%, rounded up to 10% of women are receiving alimony, but 30% of women don't work.
Uh-huh.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so that would prove that it's okay. And that's one thing, because you mentioned the housewife stuff. So that's one thing. Number two, how much do women gain money in a divorce, lose money in a divorce, or break even in a divorce? In most divorces.
In most divorces, it really depends on the spouse who's making the most money. Honestly.
I know. In general, most marriages, when they end in divorce, do the women who get divorced, do they lose money, gain money, or it's a wash?
I wouldn't necessarily say they gain money. Mm-hmm. But they do come out with a more favorable outcome when it comes to the children, more than likely. It's not really.
Hold on, brother. Don't move the goalpost.
I get what you're saying.
Let's stick on the money right now. It's almost like you don't want to understand what I'm, because you keep moving around.
No. I'm trying to.
All right, cool. Because you're the one that brought this up. So mind you, this is all the exercise for you.
Exactly.
I'm just walking you down the line.
I conversate to understand.
So okay, cool. So let's go one thing at a time again. Okay, cool. So again, can you answer the question?
Yes, sir.
Most women, when they get divorced, do they lose money, gain money, or wash, or break even?
I'm gonna say more than likely. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna say they. That's a great question, because I know because it kind of goes both ways. So I'm kind of say break even.
Okay. So you think women break? Okay.
Yeah,
so
a lot of women break even because you know what I'm saying. Because I think because there are cases where, like Forbes just did that thing where they said the top 100 richest women in America or whatever.
Yeah, let's not. That doesn't mean
money from divorce, but at the same time, I know of women who didn't really come up.
The average woman isn't
coming up like that. So what I'm saying.
They're not wealthy, but even
exactly.
But even then, that doesn't mean that they didn't lose money. Just FYI. Okay. So, just so we're clear, on average, a woman loses 40% of her household income when she gets divorced. So let's use the top 100 wealthiest women, right? So, ex-Mrs. Bill Gates. If Bill Gates is worth $50 billion, when she's married to Bill Gates, in theory, she has access to $50 billion, correct?
Correct.
Okay, cool. They get divorced. Let's say she took half. So she got $25 billion. Did she lose money or gain money in that equation?
She lost, definitely.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
So even when the women get money in the outcome, doesn't mean they gained the money. They still lost money. That was the point. So in the end,
when they lost the access. They
lost the access. They lost the money. They lost the life. They lost the money, right? So no matter what, wealthy or not, in reality, the majority of women don't gain money when they get divorced, and they don't break even. So they don't break even. They don't gain money. The majority of women lose.
Yeah, they lose access. Yeah, I agree. Cool. I can agree on that.
Definitely. Is it safe to assume that if the court system was set up by feminists or controlled or manipulated or influenced by feminists, that would be the case?
Say that again, my brother.
I'm sorry. Is it safe to assume that if the court system was set up by feminism, then that wouldn't be the case?
No, definitely wouldn't be the case.
Okay, cool. So can we come to the conclusion now that the court system actually indeed does not favor women, therefore is not manipulated or whatever by feminism, and it doesn't. And since the outcomes aren't favorable to women, that would disprove the whole theory that feminism goes too far nowadays. Correct?
I hear you, and you're making a good point. And if we just look at that strictly on that statistic and on that level, I would have to agree with you.
That's the one you keep in mind. That's the one you brought up.
Exactly. Listen, man. One thing about me, I can be a man and concede when I'm wrong. I ain't gonna sit up there and try to brain wrestle. But no, you made a great point. I have to agree with that. I'm not even gonna lie. I have to agree with that.
I just want to make sure because I'm just trying to. I'm being fair. I'm being honest as I possibly.
No. I know me and you gotta be back and forth. We have one.
I ain't never trying to lie to you.
No, me neither. And you know what I'm saying? I'm an understanding brother. You know what I'm saying? I conversate to understand. I don't try to be with all the ignorant stuff. You feel me?
It takes time, though. I get it. It takes time to process it. If you believe something so strongly, you know what I'm saying? It takes a little while. That's what I was talking to you the last time. I know some of the things I'll be saying, they be like, what? It's like the first time you heard it. And
yeah. You know what I'm saying?
So it's like there, but when you sit with it, it's new information. So if you sit with it for a day or two or an hour, you really think about it or you research it, you know what I'm saying? You will see. But give me a second. I'm gonna make sure. I don't know who this. What do I call you, man? You ain't got no name on your thing. I'm a little worried. What's going on?
You call me Vaughn, man.
Vaughn, what's good with you, Vaughn? Go ahead, brother.
Yeah, I just want to know why you think it's a good thing if feminism is destroying relationships.
Got you. That way we can explain it one more time. I'm happy all y'all agree. I did it for Brando, but I'll do it for you as well because it's fair. It's a fair question to ask based on the prompt. So the reason why feminism is a good thing that feminism destroys relationships is because what do you think feminism is? Like, what is feminism, I should say?
I don't really know. Everybody got their own definition.
No. What is the definition of feminism? Not my definition.
I don't know. I don't think it's a monolith. That's what I'm saying. So
it is a monolith. The ideology is a monolith. It's not. The people aren't a monolith. Ideologies are not. Ideologies are what they are. Right? So feminism is the belief, just to boil it, to distill it down to its simplest form, that men, women, and children should be treated fairly and equitably.
I mean, what does it mean to be treated fairly and equitably? What does that look like?
You have protections, you make money, you have the same influence in your relationship, you're not getting abused, the other person's not getting abused. I mean, pretty self-explanatory.
I mean, how do you adjudicate that fairly and equitably?
How do you adjudicate it? What do you mean?
Yeah, there's going to be conflicts where, there's going to be certain things, right? I'm just asking you how you go about adjudicating that.
I mean, you don't need to, it's not black and white, and it's not like you can't have conflicts. Having conflicts does not equate to you not being treated fairly and equitably. Like on a sustained level. Like your wife or your girlfriend can wrong you or do something wrong, but that doesn't mean she's like oppressing you or abusing you. You know what I'm saying? She could just mess up one time, and then you guys have a conversation, and then you move on. So yeah, that's pretty simple. But with that being the case, that's what feminism is, then if you are in a relationship and you're telling me that feminism can destroy the relationship, and feminism is the belief that men and women should be treated fairly and equitably, wouldn't that mean that the relationship isn't fair and equitable?
I think it can be seen that way.
I mean, that's literally what's going on.
I mean, I don't think, for me personally, I think relationships are overrated. I don't think relationships are much of a thing that should be going on now. That's just my personal belief.
Yeah, but that's irrelevant to the discussion.
But the thing is,
whether you like a relationship or not is irrelevant. It's most people are in relationships, and men are saying that feminism is destroying relationships. So I'm just making the point to go, yes, that's fine. If you want to believe that, that's great. But that just literally just proves that men are oppressive, that men are abusive and oppressive to women in the relationships.
Yeah, I don't know about that part. Well, I think what they're challenging is people's notion of what is fair and what is equitable. I think that's a fair challenge.
No, it's not, because they're not comparing what's fair and equitable to men. It's not fair and equitable that a woman can leave him when she wants to.
Okay, so what's considered fair and equitable? That's why I'm challenging you. You're the one that's saying feminism is just the ideology treating women, men, and children fairly and equitably. I want to know what that is. What does that look like?
I already explained it to you.
Well, you just said protections and so on. And so
Yeah, protections from the abuse of men, protections from whoever, women or the men, doesn't matter. Children need to be protected from their parents. Women need to be protected from men. Men need to be protected from women, so on and so forth. Right?
I'm asking you, what does this protection look like?
Oh my God, this is boring. You don't understand this. You're a fully grown adult man.
I don't understand this. Wait, hold on.
You don't understand what it looks like.
Hold on, man. This is your ideology. This is your kind of thing. I'm investigating you. You should have all of this stuff.
Listen to what I'm saying. You are derailing the conversation.
How's it a derail?
By asking me, I'm explaining it.
Go ahead.
You're derailing the conversation, right? By interrogating a simple understanding of what it looks like to be fair and equitable in a relationship. So ask yourself.
If it's simple, you can explain.
Do not interrupt me. Do not interrupt me. What does it look like for you to be treated fairly in a relationship?
So now you burden shifting. That's what we're doing.
No.
Well, you are burden shifting because I asked you first.
It is for you.
It's burden shifting.
It's not for me though.
This is your view.
What do you mean it's my view?
Wait, is that not the claim you're making on the problem?
I gave you what it looks like to me, and then you said, "Oh no, I don't know what that means." How don't you know? So obviously,
no, you said
it doesn't look like being protected. It doesn't look like the other person, like you can just leave when you want to leave. It doesn't look like the woman can go to the authority and say that her husband raped her. It doesn't look like that to you. So what does it look like to you?
Why are you asking me? I'm investigating your view.
Because you need to understand what it looked, sir. You make the claim that the men are pushing back on the idea that the relationship, they're pushing back on what is fair and equitable.
I did.
That's why it's for you now, not for me, because you're answering for the men now. So what does it look like to you? What the fuck? What are you talking about?
Listen.
This is why I hate. Brother. This is why I hate debate, bro. Shit. Like you know good and goddamn well.
What is this?
Yes, you don't understand what a relationship looks like. You don't understand, and this is why I was asking you. What does it look like to you in a relationship? How do you want to be treated? I'm just trying to make it simple so you can understand.
I want to be treated at baseline as an adult, right?
What does that mean?
We respect each other, right? We are transparent. We are honest. We communicate, so on and so forth. That's just how I want it.
And that's yes, and I agree with you. Cool, and that's what the women want too. Okay, cool. That's what I'm saying. Let's move. Cool. Now let's move on.
You see how easy that was? Like I don't understand why when I interrogate you, it's a whole hissy fit.
I answered your questions.
No, you did not. No, you did not.
All right.
When I asked you, what does the
okay, bro? I'm not going around in circles with you.
Now you're not going around in circles.
It's tiresome.
Because what?
Because it's tiresome and it's pointless.
Can we move on? It's pointless to defend what you believe in. Is that what you're saying?
I already defended it.
No, you did not.
3 times I did.
No, you did not defend it 3 times.
Then why did you answer? Y'all be arguing with me like I'm your girlfriend, and that shit is annoying. Like you're doing that gaslighting shit. You're doing that gaslighting shit, and you about to get dropped. You about to get dropped, brother. Don't do it.
And then that's a dog.
I don't want to drop you. See what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. This is what I'll be saying about the gaslighting. I said you are a fucking debate bro. You said what? A debate bro? What's that? Then I said I'm gonna drop you. You said that's a dub, which means what? Fucking idiot. Exactly. Go ahead, roar talk. Stop playing with me. Y'all niggas y'all do the same shit every time. Like I'm not a dummy, bro. Stop. I do this shit every day. Go ahead, roar talk. Go ahead. Y'all niggas is weird.
Hey, what's up, bro? Thanks
for inviting
me, bro.
Yeah, you good.
Feminism destroys relationship, and that's a good thing. I mean, I don't know if it's a good thing. It's a thing. My thing is I don't really focus on a lot of generalizations because when I'm
what does that mean?
Meaning, okay, there's a mainstream ideology that everybody agrees with. I'm not that kind of guy.
Why not?
Because a lot of it is ignorant.
Like what ideology are you talking about specifically?
Um, if somebody's in a relationship, you see what you see when they're outside, but you don't see what happens behind closed doors.
Hold
And
on, brother. Oh, catch me outside. Put 10 on Mr. No Name. He's not even a good troll. He ran. Go ahead. I'm listening. Say that again. I missed it. I'm sorry. I was reading that thing.
People see what they see when you are outside, in public, that type of thing, but they don't see what happens behind closed doors. The way you treat people, the way you interact. For me, I do my best to be the best version of me, so that I can be that person when I'm with a woman, right? So,
but hold on, this is not answering my question. What ideology are you talking about that people are adhering to that you're like, no, that's not for me? That's what I'm trying to understand. Because you said you don't like generalization, but you just made the most vague general statement. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm confused.
I don't like the fact that people say, "Oh, feminism is this, feminism is that." I didn't even know what it is when you were talking to the other guy. I googled it. It's in my opinion, my own personal definition was fairness to everybody.
That is pretty much the definition of it. Yeah. So feminism and that is by definition what it is.
That's what I thought it was. But then some people start pushing the narrative like, okay, men abusing women, but a lot of people don't talk about women abusing men.
In what way? Women are collectively abused. No, hold on, brother. Collectively, women are abusing men. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Based on what?
Emotional abuse. Okay.
No, not how they're doing it. Based on what?
Okay.
How are you coming to this conclusion? Based on what?
More recently, there's been a lot of pushback on women being held accountable for lying.
Hold on, brother. That's what I'm trying to ask you. It's what I'm trying to ask you. I promise y'all, because I do this so much, I already know where we're going. I don't like when y'all turn this into this convoluted ass conversation, right? So what I'm asking for specifically, not necessarily to cite a source, but where are you getting that information from? Because I can tell you why I believe and know for a fact that men are exponentially more emotionally abusive than women, physically abusive than women, financially abusive than women. Like, I can show you statistically studies like what it is, right?
Show me.
But what I want to know from you is, how did you come to this conclusion that women are more emotionally or it's equal or whatever? Where are you getting that from? And it can't be from TikTok. That's what I want to know.
Out the crack of his butt.
I want to know, where are you getting that from, brother?
Okay, so you see what just happened? Literally, she said something that was offensive to me, but you are agreeing with her. I don't care.
I'm giving you the opportunity to challenge her. Stop trying to police me, bro. Be a fucking bro. Be an adult. Do not pay attention.
You be an adult.
I am.
No,
I can stay on. Hold on. Do you see how I can literally stay on task? Like, I just brushed over that because I didn't care about that comment at all, and I'm still giving you the opportunity to answer what I'm saying. And now you want to shift on that because that hurts your feelings. Like, I don't give a fuck. Answer the question. I don't care. I don't care what she said. I care about what you have to say to the question that I asked you right now. That's why I don't care about it. I don't give a fuck. Who cares? Jesus Christ. You about to crash out. All I asked you to do is just answer the question. You still got the opportunity to answer it. Answer the question, please.
You know what? Don't worry about it.
Now you about to cry?
Pandora's don't make me cry, man.
I got you. You literally are about to cry. You crashed out. All that woman said to you was out the crack of your ass, and you couldn't say, actually, no, I got it from here, right? So now you about to crash out and leak. Like, what the fuck? I can't hear you, bro. You sound like you underwater.
What are you talking about? I can hear you clearly, and I'm talking.
You can hear me. We couldn't hear you, bro. See, you argue about every fucking thing. Are you okay? You think I was lying? I literally couldn't hear you. You sounded your microphone was muffled. The fuck is wrong with you? Y'all on some real shit, bro.
No, you
seek help, get meds, go talk to that lady. Like y'all, there's something wrong with y'all, like for real. Okay, you can do the I'm rubber, you're glue shit all day. I don't give a fuck. Look, it was already bad. Go ahead and enter low cute. I don't know how to say your fucking name. I don't even know what that word is. What's up, man? Go ahead.
Just claiming it's a good thing. Why would it be a good thing?
Because it protects women and children most of the time.
Something that destroys something that's valuable is good because it protects women and children.
The women and children are more valuable than the relationship.
How are you determining that?
Because their lives are more important than a relationship. Or how are you not telling?
It's just like restating the claim.
Yeah, because it made sense the first time.
So yeah, that's what's.
Are you a debate bro too? Because I'm about to drop and block. I can't do the debate bro.
It's like, what the hell?
Hold on. I can't do the debate bro shit. It's annoying. It's not. You know what I mean? Like the conversation is not. We're not having one. Right? It's like start over.
It's like
try again.
telling people on their
try
views.
Again.
It's like, oh, you're
try
being a debate,
again.
bro. Oh, you're being a film, bro.
Yes.
Like,
Yes. That is literally what you're doing, and the fake laughter don't make it no better. So,
no, it's actually hilarious.
So start again. Try again. Okay. Have the conversation again.
I'm having the conversation.
In no world is a relationship more important than a human life or the mental health of two human beings. Like that's stupid. That's what I'm saying. You're asking me how was that? Why is that not? What the fuck are you talking about? How? What do you mean? It's self-explanatory.
You don't even remember my question. That's how I know you're confused.
That was your question.
What was my question?
Your question was, you said that the relationships are valuable, right? And I said they're not more valuable than the people in the relationship. And you said, how not so?
Yeah.
That was your question.
That was
right?
my question.
You fucking idiot. Yeah. And I answered it by saying, how isn't it? Because it's lot. This fucking.
So your answer to my question.
Don't interrupt me.
Go ahead, man.
The obvious answer to the question is a relationship is a thing. The people are humans. They are people. So the people are more important than the thing. Correct?
You said people.
The people are more important than the thing. The thing is the relationship.
No, I think
correct?
They're both equally valuable.
Explain that.
You should explain how people and relationships are equally valuable. Yeah, sure. I think a
that.
person in a relationship, when it comes to that of like, how they affect someone's like mental and how they affect someone physiologically, I think both of them have the causal power of doing so. I think a relationship can really, I think a relationship can destroy you as much as like your child can, right? I don't think either of them, like when it comes to that of like some sort of like value, it's not anything that's like more one over the other. I think they're equally valuable.
So is a relationship, this is why what you're saying doesn't make sense to me. So a relationship, if I'm in it and I'm being harmed by the relationship, I should stay in it?
I never said that.
That is the conclusion. That's the logical conclusion of what you're saying.
Why would that be the logical conclusion?
If the relationship is just as valuable as the human, then you're saying essentially if the human is being harmed by the relationship, they shouldn't end it because the relationship is just okay.
You want me to explain?
I don't think you can. I don't think you can.
Actually. So obviously there's going to be exceptions, right? I think that, generally if you were being abused in a relationship, yeah, I think you should leave. Okay. But I'm just saying on its face, I think relationships and people are equally as valuable. There might be things that like shift that compass. Duh. I don't know what this like. It's like, and now he's just looking at me like he's like, I don't know. like he's tired. Like, is this what you look like? Like when someone's pressing you on your view? And now he's silent. The stun.
Go ahead, Brando. Go ahead, Brando. Brando, you're unmuted, brother. Go ahead, man.
Hold on, let me get someone a little more quiet right quick.
You good?
So now he's afraid to have a conversation.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
No,
so go ahead, Brando.
Y'all go ahead.
No. Please, by all means.
Like,
No, I
here,
wanted to reach back.
it's hard. It's crazy.
Bro,
No,
can you let somebody else talk? Jesus
Shit.
Christ. Go ahead.
Hold on, bro.
It's just, and this is what I just don't, it's just too much stupidity, man. Oh, man. I don't know how much longer I can go live. Gosh, you guys are not good. You're not good at trolling. You're not smart enough to have the discussion. Like, you're losing on both ends. You're not smart enough to troll me. You're not smart enough to have the conversation straight up. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just weird. I'm like, weird. Like, like only you think what you're saying makes sense.
You think I care
promise you.
about the intuitions of other people?
What does intuition have to do with anything?
You just said I'm the only one that thinks what I'm.
Wait. What is intuition? Do you know what intuition is?
Yeah, it's a gut feeling. I know what an intuition is.
Yeah. Okay, so what does that have to do with anything? I'm sorry, I can't. I can't. It's like y'all say stuff like you're trying too hard to sound intelligent. Just be intelligent. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to sound. Don't try to sound intelligent. Actually, be intelligent. They're two different things.
Intelligent.
I'm not. I mean, you don't sound like it though, but you're trying hard to sound like it.
I don't know what it means to sound intelligent. Like, what does that sound like?
To you, you think sounding intelligent is saying words.
So he's just like not going to answer the question.
You're saying you're using words out of context, and you think that you think because you're just using words out of context because you think they're like big words or whatever, and it doesn't make any sense. So that's what I'm saying. Go ahead, Lubaid. What's good with you?
That's good. Feminine destroys relationships, and that's a good thing. I don't think it's a good thing. I think it depends on the dynamic of the relationship. I think most men don't align with feminism is because their main goal is equality. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? Equality, right?
Feminists.
Yeah, it's like equality, like the same things as men.
Equity.
Yeah, equity. But the thing with the relationship, no relationship is completely equal.
That's not the point of a relationship. It's equity. Every relationship should be equitable. Every relationship.
And what's like your definition? Like they have different roles?
No. What is equity? What do you think equity is?
Like an equal exchange? Yeah, no.
Right, yeah, pretty much. In this context, I would accept that. So shouldn't every relationship be equitable?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Simple.
So what's wrong with the traditional relationship if it's equitable?
They're not equitable. That's why feminism destroys the traditional relationship or relationships in general.
And my question to you is, how's that?
How does it destroy it?
No, how is a traditional relationship not equitable?
What is a traditional relationship?
Man pays for damn near everything. The woman takes care of the house and the kids. That's like the easy definition of it.
Okay. And back when that was a thing, right? When that was the majority of the households, what else was happening? What were women protected politically? Did they have more? So they had less protection. They had less protection socially, less protections politically, which means in the home they had less protections, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you think the men were doing to the women in the home? Do you think they were treating them equitably and fairly? No.
Not all of them, no.
No. This is not absolution. Most. Talking about most, the majority. Do you think the majority of the men were treating the women fairly and equitably in the home?
No.
Okay, cool. So it's safe to say that traditional relationships were neither fair and equitable. Feminism seeks to remedy that. Therefore, feminism destroys traditional relationships, and that's a good thing, correct?
I think I can understand your point. Yeah, I can understand that.
You can just say yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I understand that.
Yeah, that's all it is.
So with these old traditional things, what if you bringing it into the new era where there's more political help, right? You can call someone, you can call police, you can divorce, all these things, right? Do you still think traditional would be bad in this day and age?
Traditional relationships are always bad because, again, traditionally means that the women will be oppressed and harmed in the relationship because that was the tradition. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's a part of the tradition. You're only, if you want to cherry pick the part of the tradition that you like, I pay all the bills in my household, right? But I don't have a traditional relationship in that regard because I'm not gonna go out. You see what I'm saying? So my relationship isn't traditional. On its face, there's a lot. I have a lot of things that you can consider to be traditional, but our relationship is anything. We are in a very progressive relationship in so many ways. In some ways, we aren't. In some ways, it's very conventional. Me and my wife were talking about this yesterday. I have a very, on the surface, a very conventional marriage. I'm married. I have my kids in wedlock. I live with, you know what I'm saying? We live in the same home, all that stuff. I pay all the bills. My wife does the majority of the labor in the home. On the surface, it seems very traditional. Except for the fact that I'm not abusing my wife. I'm not abusing my children. I'm not neglecting them. I still help out. I need to help out more for sure. My wife talks about that too. But I help out around the house. Not everything is left up to her. And I'm invested in the rearing of my children specifically. That for sure. Like I show up for my children all the time. You know what I'm saying? Whereas traditionally, the man didn't show up for his kids. He would neglect his kids. He would be able to work 15-hour work. He would say work 15 hours a day, stay out the home, go out to the bar after work, come home when he wants to, not take the kids anywhere, not sign them up for anything, not help them with their home. Like, that's what the men used to do. So the men were extremely neglectful. Even if they weren't physically beating on the women, they were extremely neglectful.
Yeah.
And therefore, my relationship is not traditional in that regard whatsoever.
But when people look at a traditional relationship, you don't look at the abuse and the harm. You just look at the basis of the man.
No, that's your fault. If you're not looking at that, that's your fault. That, again, if you only want to highlight, if you want to cherry pick, that's your bad. I'm not cherry picking. I'm taking it. I'm taking the sum of the relationship.
So what's confusing is you're basically adhering to you're basically adhering to traditional roles, but mixing up a few things. Whereas back then, the men didn't go into children's life. They had less help politically, like you said, and they were just basically doing less while you're just being in your kid's life and doing a little more around the house. This is still traditional roles.
No, it's not. Also, being in my wife's life, not raping my wife.
That's just physically sick shit. That's sickos.
I mean,
that doesn't have to come under the traditional values.
Lou, most of the men were practicing that. It's not. Yes, it's sick. That doesn't negate the fact that it was overwhelmingly the dynamics that existed in the relationship. You're right. It's sick, but it also happened in it was happening in the majority of households. Yeah. It's just what it is. I don't know. It's not really that. I mean, we shouldn't. If you look at traditional relationships now, men are still very, like, when they pay all the bills, they're very oppressive to their women financially. They abuse their women financially.
Do you?
No, again, because my relationship isn't traditional.
But you pay all the bills and she takes care of that.
Oh yeah. Well, technically, I don't pay the bills. My wife pays the bills, but I make all the money. I make all the money to pay the bills, but she has control of all the money, so I cannot financially abuse her because she has all the money. You see what I'm saying? Like, she could take the money. She could have her own account. Like, she can do whatever she needs to do with the money.
You basically just flip the roles. So I'm not saying this in bad faith. I'm saying she could take her power and then again turn it around on you. So you're basically just flipping the script.
Yeah, my wife, if she wanted to, she could she could abuse me financially easier than I could abuse her.
Okay,
right,
so
right now.
pause.
Like,
So pause. How does this make it right that we flip the script? How does it make it
she
good?
doesn't.
It doesn't.
She
right?
could, but she doesn't.
So that's my point. It's subjective to each individual. Not all men do it. Now, majority.
It's the majority.
Yes,
all about the majority.
So say we flip this script and you start doing what your relationship is, and then women start abusing this. How would you ever get equal ground? Because it's subjective to each individual.
Because most women don't do it, sir. It doesn't benefit them to do it.
Yeah. Can I jump in right there?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
I had a little bit that I wanted to, but anyway, the reason why is because in the traditional relationship, the man withheld things from the woman because he knew he was being a bad actor in the relationship. So therefore, if he gave her all the money, if she was able to make the decisions, she'd be like, I'm not putting up with your junk anymore and I'm leaving.
Yeah.
But what public is describing as a progressive relationship is there are things that one person handles and there's things that the other person handles, but there is no abuse going on. So therefore, why would the wife leave? She has the things that she wants. She has a family that she wants. She's able to raise her children how she wants. They're able to agree, things like that. So that being the case, there's no reason for her to go.
Mm-hmm.
There's no abuse taking place, but a traditional relationship is built on abuse.
Mm.
That's what the foundation of it is abusive. It is property. It is women being married off to other men. Women have always been under their fathers and then passed on to their husbands. And that's wrong.
I can definitely understand that. And that would take a lot of time to deconstruct because I would be so scared to do that. Like I'd be, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like that's just a fear, but
it is just a fear.
If you find the right woman, I don't think I'd be completely wrong to it. But
the average woman,
fear. Like,
the average woman isn't going to do that to you.
Yeah.
Like it's hard as hell to find a woman that would financially abuse you. Like that's really extremely difficult. It's super easy to find a woman that wouldn't. You may find a woman that ain't that good with money. You know what I mean? It's easier to find a woman that ain't good with money. It's easier to find a woman that don't know how to invest. Whatever, cool. But it's extremely difficult to find a woman that would like go out of her way to like steal money from you, to abuse, to like lock you out of your like. That's fucking hard. I'm not afraid of. That's what I'm saying. Like I'm not afraid of that. It is extremely easy for a woman to find an abusive man. Extremely easy, even in 2025. It's super easy, right? I see it. I see men. Even when their woman works, they still financially abuse them. But I see men who, when they pay all the bills, dude, you got to sleep with me when I want. You can't leave me. Dudes, I've talked to women who they would, when the man has the money, right? Because she doesn't have access to all of it.
Yeah.
She's like, she gets an allowance. She'll be like, I need gas. He's like, okay, here's $30. Like, and so in California, I don't know where you at in California.
I'm in Florida.
Okay, cool. I don't know what the gas is like. It's between $4 and $5.
Depends on your
any
car.
given time, right?
Yeah, it's more expensive.
But $30 ain't filling up your tank. That's what I'm saying. And every time you pump gas, you should fill up your tank. Like I don't want to go back to the gas station in 3 days. That's crazy. So, but he's like, where are you going? You don't need all that. Trying to control her movements. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you
and what you wearing when you go? What you wearing when you go? Don't wear that one. Don't wear that one. Wear something else.
Why are you dressing like that? Like men who control the finances oftentimes end up trying to control every aspect of that woman's life. That's what I'm saying. That's because men are extremely insecure. Extremely insecure.
So you're basically advocating instead of control, it should basically be a conversation between like two partners, basically is what I'm hearing.
Yeah. I mean, well, it should be
obviously every man is different, right? Every man's different with clothing, with boundaries and stuff like that. So I think that's true. I think it should be between the two individuals. It shouldn't come from a control and force standpoint, for sure. But obviously I'm in a new era, so I didn't know traditional relationships were that abusive because in my home, I watched my mom and dad, and my mother made more than my dad. But at the end of the day, my dad was still the final word. And I never looked at it in an oppressive way. It's just, I don't know, he was just the man. So he just,
that's weird.
I don't know, that's just how he just had the final word. I don't know.
Yeah. If you ask most women if that's abusive, they would say yes.
Really? Wow.
Because why would a man have the final word? Because he has a penis? Was he smarter than your mother? Was he more educated than your mother? Was he more
No,
invested in? No. So why would he have the final word? It doesn't make any sense.
maybe more life. He was older. He had more life experience.
That's fine.
I'd say
I'm older
they-
than my wife. I'm not smarter than her though.
No. Smartness doesn't equate to wisdom, though. Knowledge
I
doesn't
mean,
equate to wisdom.
you cannot. Nor does age.
True.
You can be young and wise.
Why
You can
is
be
that?
old and dumb. Right? It
Yeah.
happens all the time. So
Yeah.
I'm just saying that. Here's what I'm saying. You grew up in a household, and I'm not
Mhm.
whatever.
Mhm.
But even by that one admission right there, it sounds like you grew up in an oppressive household. Like your mother probably was oppressive.
Mhm.
Whether she admitted to it, you know what I'm saying? Fine,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
But she probably was, because that's a weird. Because like, why? Basically, the goal is to be in a relationship that's a partnership.
And I
right?
think she got that from maybe a biblical. She was very religious.
she was
So I think
religious.
she
Yeah,
got that
which
from
is-
a biblical standpoint, which I'm not.
There you go.
religious.
There you go.
But
And that
Yeah.
and men use religion to manipulate and control women all the time.
Yeah. So
And
that's
gives them
probably where it came
justification.
from. Yeah, because they were heavy Christians, and I'm not really in a Christian community, so that's probably
Let's
exactly
break-
where it came from.
Let's break that down right quick. Think about, I mean, which Public and I are pretty close on the same thing, so you might be that too. Deconstructed from religion. Religion was built by man, not by women, right?
Yes, I went down that rabbit hole.
Okay. Why you think men built the religion like that? That gives you all your answers about traditional relationships. Right there. There you go. Men built the Bible in order to control and rule the world how they saw it fit, right? So they could be lazier, so they wouldn't have to work as hard, so they wouldn't have to, and
So they control the resources.
not just misogyny, that takes that takes racism into account, and that takes misogyny into it, homophobia, into all these things that are built on oppression are the reason why the religion is held in such a degree, even to electoral politics today, right? Because it can be weaponized and used and indoctrinated for a whole new group of people to follow the rule of
regulation.
oppression. Yeah, you getting there? You getting there? How old are you, man?
20. I'm 20.
Oh yeah, bro. You got a long ways to go. You good, but
basically what I'm hearing, not like over, but basically the Bible is bullshit. Is basically what I'm hearing.
No, I don't even want to get into that. That's what I'm saying. Like, I really don't even want to like talk. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not even about that. But based on what you're saying, if you're saying that your mother got the idea to be submissive to her husband in the Bible, then that mean, you know what I'm saying? That's where she got it from, and that is an oppressive thing.
Yeah,
to be submissive to. That's indoctrinated, like to be submissive to another human being simply because, right? Like not because he's a man, like not because like he's smarter than. That's why I'm asking. Like, here's what I'm saying. Like, my wife, I have no problem admitting that my wife is smarter than I am. I have no, and what I'm saying, I have no problem admitting my wife is more educated than I am. She is. She's more educated than I am.
And my mom was too.
And your mom is more educated than your father. And most women are more educated than the men that they're with. So why be in a relationship with a person? What up, Lex? Why be in a relationship with a person that is more intelligent than you, more educated than you, but you got the last say so? Like, I'm not even saying your mother should have the last say so, but I think that in of itself proves how stupid men are.
Yeah, it's just asking the question, making the question.
That's crazy. Like, why would I would never, you know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck? Like, don't get me wrong, bro. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. There are times in a relationship when you just be wanting her just to go with, like, bro, just go with, you know what I'm saying? Like, no doubt about it, right? You get frustrated, whatever. No doubt about it. But I'm saying, like, that goes both ways. That's what I'm saying. But there is no reason that I can think of to be in a relationship with a person that you deem that you chose to be, that you chose to be with because of their intelligence and because of, you know, all these other things, all these other factors, and then you don't even value their opinion. You don't even, you know what I'm saying? Like, or their opinion is inherently lower than yours. Like, what?
Yeah.
That don't even make sense. Like, I'm going to find somebody else. If I can't respect you in that way, I gotta be with somebody else. Because I don't want to be in a relationship with no damn mannequin or no yes man or no yes woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, that's crazy. I'm gonna lead us off a cliff if that's the case. No, for real. I need people. I need any good leader, any good whatever you want to call it. They understand that they need to be challenged.
Yeah.
If you want to call yourself a leader, you need to know you need checks and balances. The best leaders, the best type of leadership is the one that comes with the most rail guards and the most checks and balances. They got the most people going, hey, what about that? hey, you missed it.
It's
Missed the
basically
spot
like
there.
dictatorship versus democracy, basically.
Dictatorship versus democracy. Exactly. That's a great way. You got it.
Okay.
You got it. That's how it is. And that's all I'm saying. And that's what feminism is all about. Feminism is all about egalitarianism. It's all about the idea that a woman's word isn't more powerful than a man's word. The man's word isn't more powerful than the woman's word.
It's equal.
It's equal, right? And I mean in general, but again, it depends on the situation. Because, for an example, my wife is literally an educator by trade. That's what she got her education in, right? That doesn't mean that sometimes she doesn't see, she catches everything. But she's like she's 99.9% accurate when it comes to the education. She got the best course of action, blah, 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 right? So if we're talking about an educational plan for my children, why wouldn't I defer to her? That doesn't mean I put everything on her plate, but why wouldn't I defer to her and then allow her to maybe come up with the plan and then we come together and discuss it? See what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't make sense. Like, to me,
she has
like,
more experience.
she literally that is what she does. Like, that blows my mind. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand that. And just because I'm a man, like, oh, so I should have a last say so because I'm a man. Like, what the fuck?
Now that you've deconstructed it, that actually makes a lot of sense. And now looking at my childhood, that it actually makes plenty of sense now.
Yeah, that's how, like, that shit is crazy to me. And that's what a lot of men have trouble understanding, because what men fear in a relationship, right? Men fear a woman exercising her rights. That's what they fear, because men inherently, a woman's happiness in a man's mind infringes on a man's freedom. So, or should I say, a woman's freedom infringes on a man's freedom in a relationship. So a man is typically in a relationship trying to stop a woman from being free. They need to stifle her from being free, right? Because they're like, okay, if she has too much freedom, then that's going to impede me and my happiness, because now I can't do the things that I
want to do to her, basically, or imply,
or that I want to do in general. Like, I want to be able, like I was speaking earlier in the toxic relationships, right? So in the traditional relationships, I want to be able to go to work, and because I provide everything financially out the home, even if I only work 8 hours a day, I want to be able to come home and not do anything. Even though my wife is working 16 hours a day, 14 hours a day, because she never gets a break. See what I'm saying? Because she's running the home. So she's running the home. So when do you get a break other than when you sleep? Right? When the kids go to school, like I did the math. So my kids go to school for 6 hours. Cool. My wife still has to do like 2 or 3 hours of like labor in the home, like housework she planning for the home. Okay, cool. So she really gets about 3 hours of downtime. We're up for 16 hours. We're up for not even 6 more than that. We're up for like 18 hours a day.
18, yeah.
So she gets 3 free hours of the 18 hours. Let's say I work 10 hours. I get 8 hours of free time. She gets 3 hours. Like, that's crazy. That's the thing that men don't. That's how we want to live. And it's like, and men literally will say that because I make the money, it doesn't matter how many hours I work outside the home, but because I provide the majority or all of the money, that buys me the freedom to come home and negate and neglect all of my housely, homely, relationship duties.
And that's abuse.
That's abusive. So her having the power to say to that man in a relationship, no, you have to show up more for me. That now is infringing on his freedom to do that. Now he just can't come home and watch Monday Night Football and sit and drink fucking cut waters and brewskis. And you know what I'm saying? Now he just can't go upstairs and go watch Corn all day and go, you know what I'm saying? And go play video games and lock himself in his man cave and do whatever, go in the garage and work on his car for 13 hours. Now he can't do that. Now he gotta listen to his wife. Now he gotta go to the grocery store and buy groceries. Now he gotta come home and clean up. Now he gotta come home and wash, dry and put away clothes. Now he has to work on the emotional part of his relationship. What's going on in my, now he has to take stock of what's going on within his relationship and how it's and what's going on. Now he has to listen to his wife, right? What's going on? Anticipate what's going on in a relationship. Not wait for her to tell you like, oh, you know what? I've been feeling really neglected the last 3 weeks. Check in with her. Hey, how are things? Am I showing up for you? Am I doing the things you want me to do? Blah, blah, blah. I've been noticing. I've been a little distant. You know, whatever. Now he gets to all of that because he makes a paycheck, and that's how traditional relationships been set up since their inception. That as long as and last thing I'm gonna say on this is, imagine how much of a mind fuck it is, because not only it's conveniently like that, but men set the system up in that way because they block women out from being able to work and have, or traditionally they blocked women out from being able to have gainful employment and contribute financially in that way. So now, conveniently, whoever makes the money has all the control of the relationship. So they tell women they can't work. They give the man all the freedom in the world to go out in the world and make as much money as he can, and the rest will take care of itself.
Oh, yeah.
And then the woman,
indoctrination.
It is, and then the women can't leave the marriages because no fault divorce wasn't a thing. Now it is, but they're trying to reverse that. The women can't leave the marriages, like in the state of Kentucky. If a woman tries to leave, the default is 50-50 for the children. So if you're in an abusive relationship with the man, now the children won't be protected and the woman won't be protected, because now she has to give that man access to her and the children.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? It's just you see all of these systems and institutions, how they're working against the women, and they're working not to protect the women and the children. And feminism comes in and goes, no, we're not going to do that. We're going to make sure that the children have protection and the women have protection. And so if that leads to the destruction of the relationship, that's a good thing. That's a great thing, actually. I think that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I think I can agree since the way you broke it down. Yeah, I don't have any words. You explained it perfectly. I think I agree. Honestly, I agree now.
Thanks, Lou. Wait, give me a second. You can stay up here. I'm gonna let Marty go real quick. Go ahead, Marty.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, bro. I literally wasn't sitting here disagreeing with you. I was literally just trying to sit in the chat and just make sure we were like stressing the verbiage, because at the end of the day, like how we're saying most or a lot don't do certain things or do certain things. You know, I just want to like put more direction to where you're or who you're speaking it to or towards. Because again, if we already understand all men aren't doing this, I do want to still give credit to those men that aren't doing that, because at the end of the day, you're still discrediting them.
Why would I need to give credit to men for doing the bare minimum, which is just treating women like human beings? Why would I credit them for that?
But you have to understand what I'm saying. You're saying for men doing the bare minimum. All men aren't doing the bare minimum. Do you feel like you're a man doing the bare minimum? And are you a man?
Am I doing the bare minimum? Yes.
Okay.
And I don't deserve a cookie.
All I'm saying is, I'm just not going to put you in a box with everyone else if I don't know you or what you do.
Listen to what I'm saying. I don't deserve a cookie. I don't deserve a cookie for doing the bare minimum. That's my point.
I mean, that's fine. But I'm just saying for the ones that aren't doing bare minimum, because I don't know every man. I don't know every man. I don't know every woman. I don't know what everyone's doing. But I'm not going to speak on every man or woman about what they are doing. So
I'm not doing that either. That's so weird that are you just making this up in your mind? Because that's not even the conversation I'm having.
Oh, I'm not. I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying based off what you're saying, when you don't say things like a lot of men create situations where they abuse their wife or
Most men do.
Right. But you see where you said most men. I just literally want.
I don't need to say most. Marty.
That's it.
Okay. So I see the problem.
I
see the problem. We don't understand. I got you. So we don't understand English. That's what's happening. Men.
Well, no, not that we don't understand English.
We don't understand English. We're going to do it real quick because I got to do it every day. Men is a general statement. It does not imply all. It can't. Like, it literally, it can't imply all. So men is a general statement. General means most. So I don't have to say most, some, a few, a lot. All simply put, I can say men. For me to be saying all men, I have to specify all men. For me to be saying no men, I have to specify no men. But anything short of that, the implication is most men. If I say men, it's just general, most men. So I don't even need to say most. If you need to hear most, that's a you thing, not a me thing. That's your fault that you need to hear most. Because I don't know why.
Fair. I was just responding to because you and the other moderator were adding me, and I was just literally stating, again,
you were confused. Most. And I was like, what are you confused about?
because you were again what we're just speaking on right now. You were saying men, but again, all
So
men
you were
don't
just
do that.
confused by English. Yeah, I know. So it was the English that was, yeah. That's what I'm saying. And that's why literacy, and I don't, no shade, no tea. That's why literacy is important. And this is one of those examples. And I'm not even going to hold you because a lot of men don't understand generalities. They say, and I'm telling you, you're not alone. Like so many men come up here and they go, it ain't all men and not all men. Now, Marty, I'm taking it what you're saying at face value. I'm not going to assume
No, for sure, because
that you're being disingenuous or nothing like that. I'm just assuming that you literally just don't understand what, you know what I'm saying, the context in which I'm using the word men in, right? That's why I was
for sure that in that
explain.
verbiage, I definitely agree with what you just said right there. I didn't understand the context in which you were using men directly, because again, just like with stereotypes, a person would be like, "Oh, black people can't swim." You could be a black person that's an average swimmer. Like just because you feel like all black people can't swim or black people can't swim doesn't mean you say all black people can't swim. You could say a lot of black people don't know how to swim. That's the only angle I was taking from.
Can most black people swim? If you had to guess.
Not sure. I don't know. I don't know most.
No,
I don't know a lot of black
yes,
people.
I don't know either. I'm just curious. Do you think most black people can swim?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Sure.
yeah. So if I said black people can swim, would that be an accurate statement?
I mean, sure. And
Yes.
it's right. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, no, it would be. If I said black people can swim, I'm saying most black people can swim. You and I agree, most black people can swim. So I can say black people can swim, right? But if most black people couldn't swim and I said black people can't swim, I would be correct in that statement.
For sure. Again,
That's
like
what
I
I'm
said,
saying.
it was just me coming in live, seeing it and hearing it. And again, once you spoke to what you were saying, 100%, I agreed, even more so. Again, as I was saying in the chat, but it was just that one misunderstanding, which is why I didn't even want to oblige into the live.
No, it's all good.
For sure.
I got a little nuance and I want to dig into that though.
Go ahead, brother.
Yeah. Martin, are you saying that that we should give flowers to the percentage of men that you deem to be good in that context of like they're doing more than the bare minimum?
Well, no, I just understand as far as on the internet when speaking on things, people heavily, of course, they kind of when speaking on things, people speak towards whatever the issue is or whatever, and whatever the latter is, it's kind of like disregard other people on that side of the thing that aren't with that as far as with whatever group. But like I kind of don't know how to explain what I'm saying 100% right now, but just in a nutshell, from what I was saying, I understand that all men don't do that. So I'm not going to just sit here and speak and not say all men. But again, like he was saying, you know what I'm saying?
I think my question is, why would that trigger at all?
I mean, it didn't
You know what I'm saying?
necessarily trigger me, but just as
I mean,
to
a
the
little bit. It didn't send you off the reservation. I'm just saying it did trigger something inside of you because you felt you were so like adamant to be like, let's make sure we're giving flowers to the 3% of men that aren't doing the bad thing.
Well,
like,
just as a younger black guy in the community, I would say, when you're going up against outward people, they'll like to put everything as far as your demographic and or where you might come from in one box. So at the end of the day, like when I hear people saying, oh, black men, or men, I say, hey, well, just generalize that a little bit more. So we're not speaking on people who don't go with that, because you might be offending somebody who doesn't do that.
It's true. Where is the offense coming from? That's what we're saying.
I mean, right, but I'm not saying it was me. I'm just saying you might be offending. You could possibly offend other people.
That's supposed to work.
You have your prerogative to say what you want to say.
Marty. I hope you get offended by that, because you might need to be offended by that. You see what I'm saying? Like it's okay. I don't need to tiptoe around anything. Like Kay said, if it's the truth, why would that? Like, if the truth offends you, then you need to be offended. If that's what we got to do, so we can get to the next step, then fine, get offended. Yes, by all means, let's go. I said this before. I seek the invalidation of me. I seek me trying to invalidate the things that I'm saying, right? Because I know that usually it's a process for us to understand things and accept things. And step number one,
You don't watch your phrasing.
you're going to get tricked. Step number one is you're going to get tricked. Go ahead, okay.
I was just going to say, this black preacher used to say, first, I want to hurt your feelings, then I want you to get delivered. Because
Mhm.
he said, if I'm telling the truth and the truth affects you, then that means you need to be delivered. Long
Yeah.
story short, just brought my black church, pulled it back from the back pew. But I also came up here to add, and I put it in the comments earlier, but the notion, and this is for Lou Bade, the notion that women also lose out from being out of the workforce for an extended period of time by way of maternity leave, by way of, time lapsing between one
Watching
job
the
to the
kids.
next, losing their skill set, not being as marketable or employable after they come off of a long stint of maternity leave. So again, men set up that system in a way, so much so that women literally are being forced out of the workforce because daycare is their paycheck. So a lot of women are saying, if what I'm making or what I'm bringing home every 2 weeks is equivalent to what we would pay in daycare, I just need to stay home. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't afford.
Or close. Like it don't even got to be the same. Like if you make it $4,000 a month and daycare $2,500 for that you like it's worth it. The $1,500, I'll eat that to stay home to watch the kid. You know what I'm saying? Like it's worth it at that point.
So that's another thing that is pushing women out of the workforce and back into the home. And I honestly don't think it's a coincidence. I really feel like this is what the system intended, because you got stupid people like Smokey Eyes.
I am from Syria. I need the help family, please.
Y'all just come up and start talking. That'd be killing me, unaliving me. But you got people like Smokey Eyes talking about, well, you can just ask grandparents, knowing good and goddamn well these boomers don't want to watch no children. And half of you don't want them watching the children because we was outside and unsupervised anyway. So that
also, I don't know about y'all. I don't really trust the boomers with the kids.
That part.
Like for too long.
Yeah.
Too long.
Because the patience don't be there. But I think when we and this could be for Marty too, when we think about these generalizations that sometimes get men in a tight, I want you guys to sit in the discomfort. I always say this. It's going to be uncomfortable first. You're going to feel personally attacked. But here's the thing. Y'all have had hundreds of years of benefiting from this system that you created. And of course, you're going to want to protect that. Of course, you're going to be affected by the idea that may collapse and free labor may be taken from you. It's going to hurt your feelings. But at the end of the day, what is it worth to you if you don't think women are human beings and deserve equitable? Okay, because again, y'all want to like to say men and women ain't equal. But the moment a woman slap you, then all of a sudden you say equal rights equals love. You know, like shit like that. All of a sudden we big, strong, and strapping when you want to knock us between the wash and the dryer. You see what I'm saying? All of a sudden the degrees matter when you say, oh, well, she acting masculine because she thinks she's smart and she know more than me. All of a sudden the degrees matter, right? So I just want you to sit in the discomfort of hearing men, and it makes you woo, you know. But then I wanted to deliver you. I want you to understand that you are benefiting from this system, whether you know it or not. And in order for it to change, we have to destroy it. We have to break it down. We have to be uncomfortable and sit in that discomfort for a little bit.
Yeah. I also think that it's perfectly okay. Like, I don't have a problem as a black man admitting that black men are responsible for the vast majority of the issues that exist within the black community. If not all of them, to be honest with you. Right? Like, I don't have a problem with that. As a black man, like, I don't get triggered by that. It doesn't, you know what I mean? Like, it's upsetting that it's happening, but I don't personally feel like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've contributed to stuff. I done did dirty things in my hood, you know what I'm saying? Like, I did mischievous things. I did stuff, you know what I'm saying? I stole stuff and I robbed, you know what I mean? Like, I did stuff. We beat people up. And yes, I contributed to all of that, to that stupid nonsense when I was coming up. Yeah, let's own it and let's be better. Like, why, you know what I mean? Like, why do I don't need to hear though, like, not all black, like, I don't need to hear that shit. I know it ain't every single black man or every single black boy. I know that. But black men in general, it's us. Yeah, no, it's us. I know, and I know that the system is oppressive and we got stuff to overcome. I recognize all of that stuff is being taken into account when I have these discussions simultaneously, right? I understand the oppression that comes from white tea supremacy. I understand the oppression that comes from capitalism, right? That's bearing down on black men. I understand that. But then when we talk about our interpersonal relationships with black women and with our community, whether it be romantic relationships or just how we treat them in general, right? How we talk about them, how they're viewed. When I talk about that, I'm like, you can control that. You don't have to get online and call black women B words. You don't got to get online and call black women 304s. You don't got to get online and say black women don't deserve this and don't deserve, like, you don't have to do that. That is a choice. The white man ain't making you do that. I don't want to hear nothing about the white T man do. Like, that's crazy. That's where y'all lose me. You know what I'm saying? If you talking about it's hard for us to get work, yep, that's the white T man. You saying it's hard for us to get an education, yep, I fucks with you. Yep, I agree. But if you saying that black men who go around here perpetuating harmful, ideologies about the black
White
community,
supremacy.
yeah, it's perpetuating white tea supremacy within the black community. I'm not about to sit here and be like, no, that's the white. No, nigga, that's you. You did that. You signed up for that. That's you. You didn't have to do that. The white man didn't tell you put your hands on them babies. The white man didn't tell you. The white man was not in that house making you do that shit to these people. Like that. That's that. A lot of that we can rectify within our community. We can rectify a lot of that shit. And lastly, another problem I have with the whole, like, even when you talk about it from that aspect, right, from the systemic aspect, not all black men are on the same level, right? So for those of us that aren't on that level, what are we doing to stop that shit? That's what I'm saying. Like, my problem don't even be with the knuckleheads necessarily. You dig what I'm saying? My problem don't even be with the motherfuckers that was doomed from birth because both of their mama and their daddy was strung out and their daddy was in jail and da-da-da-da-da. You know what I'm saying? Like, you all know we grew up with them. I don't even be talking about them. I'll be talking about those of us that made it out. I'm sitting there going like, okay, now what are you going to do to stop the harm? Because y'all are still harmful and y'all be allowing that bullshit to slide. So what you gonna do? You gonna speak up on it or you gonna be too afraid? That be the shit that be getting me. That's the shit that fuck with my head. I'll be like, at some point in time, y'all gonna have to address that shit. If it ain't all men and there's so many good black men, then why can't we stop it? Right? If it's so many good black men out here and it ain't all men and we gotta talk about the good ones, where the fuck are the good ones? And where are they?
And not for nothing, I think it's also funny to me when they talk about generalizations and how they are so quick to jump up and defend a group of people who they don't identify with, because they'll be like, I'm not me in my circle. But when you start talking about hookup culture and child support and baby mamas, all of a sudden you generalize women all day. Gold diggers. Y'all generalize gold diggers all day. Y'all generalize baby mamas. Y'all generalize all the time. But do you see black women jumping up there every 5 minutes saying, not me and my homegirls? No. We keep scrolling and mind our fucking business because we know y'all are stupid. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's how I want you to perceive it. If we're not talking about you or how you or a group of people that you say you don't identify with, that you are othering yourself from, why are we so tight in the chest about it? That's all I want to know.
Yeah. Go ahead, Bama.
Oh, I just wanted to talk on that real quick. You were talking about like perpetuating harm within inside the community, like black men doing it. I just want to relate that to white people and capitalism in itself, right? There's no thing that says the white man should be the leader of the household, stuff like that. Why would you be marrying someone and not viewing her as an equal or knowing things that you don't know in the moment of, like how you were talking earlier about your wife's education and children and stuff like that? Yeah, by all means, contribute to the conversation, contribute to the growth of what we got going on, because that's the only way that we're going to make it as people. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would I not listen to, and that's the deconstruction part. Why would I not listen to other people when they say they're being harmed? Why would I not listen to other people when they obviously have more education than I do on different things? And I mean, not just me, but just in general. That's where we're getting. Like, yeah, of course, you're a smart person, a smart woman. Let's listen. Let's do that. That sounds like a good idea. And when we do that, we're building community instead of saying, the system said that the man is the leader, no matter how dumb I might be. I know rocks go over here, and therefore I know everything else too. I know how to break up concrete, so I'm good. And that's raggedy. That's a raggedy way to view it. But I got to deal. I appreciate it.
All right, brother.
Go ahead.
Yeah, my thing with the men being the leaders too that really frustrates me. It don't even be the lack of education all the time. It's a part of it is that. But really, the thing that really be fucking with my soul is the way that men don't act like most men aren't. Men don't care about, you know what I'm saying? Like we don't care about the people in our home and the people in our community like women do. We don't show the same reverence. You know what I'm saying? Like we just don't do it for our children. We don't show up for our children the same way that women do. Like that's why like you'll hear a bunch of men be like, it's easy to take care of kids. And I'm like, yeah, it's easy by your standards. As a man, yeah, it's easy to take care of kids, right? It's easy as a father. It's easy to be a father. You're right. I agree. It's hard though to be a mother because the standards that mothers set for themselves and that society set for mothers is completely different. So it's hard for mothers because they got to do way more. They got to show up way differently. Mothers are spending way more time with their children. I heard a dude saying that he was like, yeah, you can do this and do that, and then you do this, and then you set the kids up, and then I had 2 or 3 hours to play video games. Exactly. Because I don't ever see my wife play video games. She don't play computer games. She don't watch games. She don't watch movies. Every time I see that woman, she is doing something. She is being productive. The only time I see her not being productive, she's still being productive because she be sitting with our babies. She spends so much, like whenever she got a moment to like not do something, she with the babies. She listening to the babies. She's talking with the baby. She's thinking about the babies. She's cleaning up after every single fucking moment. And I'm sitting there like, I'm trying to as a man, I'm trying to wrap my brain around how do you do that? How do you keep up with that? But she does it. She's just doing it. And I'm like, damn, that's crazy. That be the shit that I be trying to convey to men. I'm like, bro, that's why I don't be on this like, oh, I'm a good dad. And I'm like, bro, that shit is easy. I'm the best dad. Fuck you. That's so damn easy.
And even when she's not sitting with the baby, she's thinking about the next thing that they need. She's making mental lists in her mind of things that need to be done. She's already planning for tomorrow, even when she's not with the baby. She's all like her mind is always ahead. And I'm the same way. It frustrates Phil because I'm like, even though I'm going in the store to get something for me, I'm thinking about what I saw Gigi was missing or what Gian need, or even Phil, I noticed something about his t-shirt. Okay, now I need to get him some fresh t-shirts and some, you know what I'm saying? So you're always thinking about the next thing when you're a mom. But of course, men can just bed rot and neglect the kids and let them run around and warm up cold pizza or some shit like that. And they feel like, oh, well, it was easy. We just ate pizza and laid in the bed. Yes, it's easy because you neglected your kids most of the day.
Yeah. I heard a woman was talking about that. She was saying like, when my husband makes the food, he don't ever make a vegetable. He don't ever give them a fruit. It be little but big shit, little shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's what I be trying to convey to. I'm like, y'all don't pay attention to details as much as women do because y'all can't wait to finish with your children so you can go do what you want to do. That's it. That's exactly what it is. Finish doing what you want to do. Finish doing what you need to do for your kids. So you do the bare minimum for your kids. You know what I'm saying? You think that your hobbies are more important than your children. You think that you playing a video game is more important, you know what I'm saying, than you talking to the kids. Like that is what it is, man. That's why I don't be listening to men talk about parenting is easy. Being a dad is easy. I'll be like, you're not doing it right. Because I'm not even as good as my wife, and being a dad is hard. That shit is Like, you got to get up. Like, all the time, I got to get up. I got to go. You know what I'm saying? I got to get involved. I got to get in between some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, all the time. Like, it's you just got to do shit. And if you want to be in a toxic relationship with your wife, you will find yourself like you will find yourself reacting to a bunch of shit as opposed to getting ahead of it, right? So you will wait until your wife goes, hey, I need you, as opposed to listening, being attentive, and then, you know what I'm saying? Like going to like beat her to the punch. Don't wait for her to, you hear the kids tripping, get your ass up, go, what's going on? Okay, let me make sure now we here, now we can talk to them both, blah, 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 blah. Men we just don't do that shit, man. I'm telling you, like if my wife hearing me and my son yelling at you, which I don't really be yelling at her, but let's say that were to happen, my wife would literally get up and be like, what's going on? Like, what's happening? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just but men don't think like that. We don't be on that type of time. We'll let her fucking just, and then when she overstimulated, then at night you want to fuck, and she like, nah, she all touched out and shit. You like, see, she's withholding smacks. She's abusing me. She doesn't want to give me her body. Like, nigga, she been getting touched on all day by these babies. Like, she tired. She touched out. Lavish, what's good? They invited you up. I don't know what's going on. I ain't seen one of your comments.
She didn't pick me.
Oh shit, goddamn. Well, y'all got a conversation.
You're a pick me. She said we sound like men haters to her.
Y'all do.
You sound like you too elderly to be in this live, baby. This ain't your forum. That's why you don't understand what's going on. But explain.
No, ain't nobody elderly.
Always sound like men haters.
All you do is sit up there and talk about people, call people stupid and stuff like that. That's all you have.
Okay, because they are. Who I was referring to is stupid. You might be right there with them. I'm just saying.
Hold on. Wait. Lavish, what is your, why are you saying that? How are you coming to that?
Because I have men in my family that are single fathers, take care of their kids. Mm-hmm. So every black man is not a horrible man. And they do pay attention to their children.
Lavish, who said that?
As much as my mom or I have.
Hold on, ma'am. I have to ask you the same question I asked everybody else who said something like that. Who said that all black men are this way or that way? Where have you heard that on this line? I'm curious. Did Kay say that? Because you're saying that, I don't know if you're saying I sound like a man hater. I'm a man, but I'm curious to know who said that? Lavishly, you gotta, I don't know what's going on with you.
I just told you, FLK or whatever.
She said, Kay, did you say all men are?
I did not. I did not. I think what she heard me saying is about men being stupid. Again, I think literacy is fucking with her like it was with Marty. And I hope that we progress. Once we progress through the conversation, you may be able to understand. Public did a whole literary breakdown about the generalization of men, and that's what we were saying too. So when I say men are stupid, I'm not saying all men are stupid. Hopefully the one that I married ain't stupid, and hopefully the ones in your family that you're saying are so great aren't stupid and they're with their kids, their hands on. But again, we're not talking about you. We are talking about men in general. So if it doesn't apply to you, let it fly. I don't understand why y'all getting so tight in the chest to defend men that you're saying you don't identify with. I don't get it. But you will get up here and defend problematic men. That's what makes you a pick-me. That's what makes you dangerous. Ma'am, you're dangerous.
Hold on, let her go. Go ahead.
I'm not defending anybody who's problematic. I'm defending the men that I know personally.
Why are you defending them?
We don't fucking know them.
Hold on, wait. Are we attacking them?
She was. All she has to say is negative things. To everybody who comes up here, is all she do is talk negative. Since I've been on here. I haven't been on here that long, so I can't go all the way back. Yeah. But the time that I have been on here, that's all she does is call people names.
But how did she attack the men in your family? I'm curious.
I didn't say the men in my family specifically. I said men in general. Black men.
When did she? Okay.
Who jumps? Why are you so quick to jump on the YT train, white women train of putting black men down. That feminism
Who said
train.
black men? Man,
Feminism
you sound
period.
dumb. I ain't gonna hold you. You sound dumb. Because what are you even talking about?
The
What are
whole
you
thing
talking
here
about?
says feminism.
Nobody
destroys
says black men.
Hold on,
and that's a good thing.
Yeah. What's wrong with feminism? You have a problem with feminism?
Yeah, I do. Because
What's
the
wrong?
feminism was taught by YT women, not black women.
That's not true. But I'm curious to know.
Yes, it's true.
Okay.
To me, I sounded like a white woman in the comments too. She did. She said to me directly. She said, "You sound like a white woman."
Yes.
That's what she said.
But
So
wait,
she came in here jugging at me. That's
I'm
why I
with it.
left off of them edges.
I'm with it. I'm with it.
If we can't have our own black men's backs, the world already destroys y'all.
Lavishly, when that black
You
man
come
had,
home, you also want to be destroyed by your
lavishly,
woman?
lavishly, when that black men had black women's backs, like what evidence do you have to support that claim?
My daddy. I mean, I was raised by a
ma'am. So this is what I'm saying. When we talk about black men in general, you start talking about the black men in your life specifically. When we talk about the black men in your life, you want to hold on.
So obviously, that's
what makes you
generalization of my world.
That's not that is an oxymoron. You don't generalize your work. That doesn't make sense. We're generalizing.
It does make sense. What do you mean?
Oh, ma'am, can you honestly listen? Like really try to listen. Like I'm not playing a game. I'm dead serious. We do not care about your daddy or your uncle specifically. And when I say, I'm not saying like in a disrespect, what I'm saying, we're not talking about them. We don't know them specifically, right? I'm not talking about my daddy or my uncles or my brother.
So what men are you generalizing? You're saying
I'm talking about black men. I'm talking about black men in general. So when I ask you the question, what evidence do you have to support the claim? Because you said black women need to have black men's back. In theory, I agree. In theory, I do agree. But in practice, what does that look like? Because since when have black men had black women's backs? What does that look like? When black men have black women's backs, what does that look like? On a political level, on an economic level, on a social level, what does that look like? Not your daddy to you, not your brothers to you, but black men as a group to black women as a group. When did that happen? That's what we're trying to find out. Because I'm all for black people supporting black people. I love it. But I'm not about to sit up here and lie.
Yeah, too. Shit.
Like who is against black people?
Tell me the men that you are generalizing who has never had black women's backs.
The Black Panthers.
They didn't have black women's backs. Are you serious?
No, they were raping and abusing women during that whole movement. You don't read. It doesn't sound like you read. So they were disrespectful. Wait.
I read. Thank you.
Okay, well you didn't read that. Well, you didn't read that because you didn't know that.
Disrespect me. That's your whole angle.
You didn't read that.
All you can do is disrespect.
It's okay. You didn't know that. That's okay. So we're trying to shed light on that. We can talk about single mothers, how black men just abandon their kids at a higher rate than any other demographic. We can talk about the passport bros on this freaking app that dog BLK women out every other day and talk about how they're going overseas to find a wife, but they have to dog BLK women out on their way there. We can talk about how BLK men aren't paying their child support. We can talk about there's a whole website where there are hundreds of thousands of dollars in arrears, and then they will call and cuss their baby mama out because she got their settlement because they were in arrears. We can talk about those black men. You don't want to get me started on talking about that black men. So again, I'm not talking about my daddy, my brother, who are very good to me. My daddy's coming back around. I know y'all. I gotta catch y'all.
I'm gonna talk about but the thing is, here's why.
But you can talk about your daddy, yeah.
Yeah, but that's why I don't like going anecdote for anecdote. Because your daddy was great, lavishly. My daddy wasn't. Now where are we? You see what I'm saying? Your daddy, lavishly. Your daddy was great to you. My daddy was a piece of shit to me. So why does my experience not override your experience? You see what I'm saying? Like that's why I don't like talking about my personal assessment in my own life. Like, I don't want to do that. I want to talk about black men in general. Black men in general. Yeah, I'm a good dad. Yep, I can be a good dad. Are most black men good fathers? No. Most men ain't good fathers. Most men aren't good parents. Fuck good dads. Most men aren't good parents, black men included. That's all. Like, what's the problem? You don't want to have that discussion?
Public never uses his platform, and I'm just gonna say this, and I ain't trying to get no cookie. He never uses his platform to talk about black people in general. If you come here often, you would know that he says black people actually get enough. So I like to speak about like men in general, men as a group, men as a whole. So this whole idea that you brought black men into a conversation that they didn't even belong because we were talking about men in general, you put the spotlight on them because nobody was talking about black men as a group. We were talking about men as a group.
No. Okay, somebody else
I know
brought it up.
nothing about a white man, a white T-man, put it like
What you
that.
mean?
I know nothing about them.
What you mean?
I was scrolling through, actually.
Hold on, what do you mean by that?
Now
What
I
do you
don't
know?
follow you or any of that. I was just scrolling and I heard
What
a
do
little
you
bit
mean
what I
about
heard.
white team, ma'am? How don't you know anything about white team people, men? What do you
Yes,
mean?
I've never been up and close personal with none of these people. How do you
So-
guys generalize people, men, and you don't know them? That's all. That's my question.
How do you generalize bears? Do you know a bear? Have you ever had a bear as a
No,
pet?
because I don't generalize because I don't know a bear.
So you don't know. You've never had a bear as a pet, but you would
If
get.
you know nothing,
You would
if you know
lavishly.
personal, and all you know is reading.
Lavishly, please stop interrupting me. I don't want them to mute you. Please don't mute her either. But I don't, just listen to what I'm asking. How does that make sense? Would you lock yourself in a cage with a bear even though you've never had a bear as a pet? Do you trust the bear enough to lock yourself in a cage with a bear? Do you trust yourself to lock yourself in a cage with a lion? The answer is no, right? Unless you're a fucking idiot, which I don't think you are. So you wouldn't lock yourself in a cage with a bear or a lion, and you've never raised them as a pet. You've never been around them. You've never been around them. You probably never seen one in a while, but you know enough to know I'm not gonna lock myself in a fucking cage with a bear. Asking how do we know how people move and da-da-da-da, there is a whole segment of education dedicated to this. Social sciences, anthropology. How do we know? Because we get educated on it, man. Because it's like this is crazy. Like, that's how we know. Stats, studies, like that's how we know. That's how we know, man. That's how we know, lavishly. Just so we're clear. That's why I was confused. I was like, how don't you
So
know?
all your studies that you've read says that men do not care about women
Yes.
or their
Yes.
children.
Yes. Yes. Hell yeah. Yes. Yes. Our society proves it. Our society proves it. Men built the society that we currently reside in, that we currently have to function in, right? They have the power. Fuck, they built it. They have the power, right?
Which means, see, y'all want to not use color, but guess what? White men did all this. White men are the ones who did all this.
Okay. You just said you don't know nothing about you, but lavishly. Now I gotta call you a liar because 2 seconds ago you said you don't know nothing about white men. Now you know that they control.
I know
what
what I see them. I know what I see and how they act. And who runs
How do you know
the
that?
country?
Hold on. How do you know
Because
that?
who runs the country?
How do you
Literally.
know that? How do you know that? You're not
What do
you're
you
not
mean?
around. How do you the same
You see
questions
who's
you were
running
just
the country, right?
exact. Hold on, wait. So now you can use your discernment. Now you see. But 2 seconds ago you couldn't see. You was Stevie Wonder to the bullshit. Now
Because to
you
me-
can see.
No, I said that black men, you're generalizing black men with white men.
You're
How?
generalizing white men.
How?
You're generalizing white
How?
men. But you're generalizing white men.
Because you can. Because you can. You see them all the
So you
time.
can't
on TV
generalize
and
white. Hold
everywhere
on.
else.
I see black men all the time in real life. Fuck a TV. I grew up with black men. I am a black man. That's all I know is black men and black women. That's all I fucking know. We black, and I ain't grow up in no white man. I grew up in fucking
So
poverty.
now you're going to
In
the
the fucking
people you
80s
know.
and
But
90s.
did you just tell me?
No, man,
See?
no.
You just told me that I
No.
can't generalize.
That's not what I just did. I was saying I'm using your same logic or illogic that that you're going off of what you see. So I said the same thing. I just flipped it on you to show you how it's not consistent. What you're saying is inconsistent. Jesus fucking Christ. What you're saying is inconsistent. Now, when we talk about black men oppressing black women and black children, Kay alluded to a lot of that. White men aren't the ones not paying the child support to black children. That's not what's going on. Black men ain't paying the child support. White men aren't the ones that are physically causing the harm in our neighborhoods. Black men are doing most of that. The white police are doing that too, don't get me wrong. But I'm talking about the day-to-day harm that is caused. Black men overwhelmingly are the ones who are doing that. Black men are the ones who are abusing their kids, neglecting their kids, neglecting their wives, neglecting their mothers, neglecting their neighborhood, neglecting the little boys in the neighborhood, recruiting the little boys in the neighborhood, signing them up to be drug dealers, gang members, hateful of women, indoctrinating other black men and little black boys into the cult of man so that they can grow up and hate black women and hate women the same way that these black men are doing that. White men ain't doing that. A white man did not tell me a bitch is a bitch. A white man did not tell me bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks. A nigga from my city told me that.
Where'd it come from, though?
Snoop.
Oh my God! And who's pushing everything behind them?
Black men.
Black men is doing that.
Oh my God!
What the
You know what? Do you know what? You know what I find funny, and you know what? Lavishly, I can take back a little bit of what I said. I want you to, because you said you scrolled and found this live. I want you to hang out around this app. Click into some of these TikTok lives where you see groups of Black people congregating, and I want you to listen to some of the men and how they speak about women. Because if you think that what we're saying is awful, oh, you haven't heard some of the Charles of the world and DJ Earls of the world sit up here and dog Black women for filth on this app. You would be appalled. Okay, so I want you to click around YouTube Live, just kind of look around, follow
I don't
some
think
people
she
in
would
here.
be appalled. Hold on, okay. You're giving her too much credit. She wouldn't be appalled.
Wait.
She be in them spaces.
I'm trying to
She
be.
be in them spaces agreeing with them. She be in them spaces like, big black women talk about the black women.
I've never heard any black men on TikTok talk bad about black women.
Maybe
I do need to look that up because I haven't heard that.
Omega,
And a few.
DJ Earl.
See, hold on, stop. Listen to what she's saying. She's never heard it. That's what I'm saying, because she agrees with the shit. So it don't sound bad to her. When they say black women deserve less, she agrees.
I've never said I agree with any of that. What I said is I've never heard nobody say it. And what's behind the rappers? Who's behind the rappers? They are put in there to destroy our communities. What are you talking about?
That is cap, man.
How about go back too and look up there?
Hey, hold on, wait. Lavishly.
What?
First of all, lavishly. I know more rappers than you personally. I've done more shows than you. I've written more lyrics than you. I rapped from 10 till I was 25 years old. I've been around all the rap. I've been around all of them. At that time, I was around all. I've been on tour, all that shit. It wasn't no white man in sight. Let me tell you that right now.
Who runs the record label?
Hold on.
Who runs the record label?
Lavishly. Hold on. Listen to what I'm telling you. Listen to what I'm saying. It wasn't a white man in sight. It wasn't a white man in sight when I would be in the back and we would be in the green room and we would be talking and they'd be talking crazy. They was extremely homophobic. There wasn't no white man in sight. Go look up what's his name? Ghostface Killer and his son. How they at odds right now. Because he abandoned his son. And a big reason he believes it, his son believes, because his son identifies as a gay black man. Ain't no white man in the middle of that. That is Ghostface Killer himself. He did that himself. He did that to his son. And at some point in time, Lavishly, this is what I want. I'm going to end it on this. If you are telling me that white TV can control black men's brains to that extent, then everything I'm saying about black men is true, and I'm actually not going far enough. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You are telling me that black men are just dumb and gullible. You are feeding into the stereotype that black men are dumb and gullible because you blaming the white man for every fucking thing.
It's called money, and it's called paying people off, and it's called indoctrination.
Then why don't black women do it?
Called.
Then why don't black women do it?
Oh, why don't you think they do? Do you see Sexy Red and how she talks and all that? Do you see them? It's all about money.
Ma'am, most black women don't do that. Most black men think and talk and act like Snoop. Most black women don't act nothing like Sexy Red. I grew up in the hood. I knew like a few Sexy Red type women in the hood. Most of the girls that I grew up with most of them ended up going to college and shit. Our bum asses didn't, but most of them got up out the hood and went to college and got decent jobs. And I knew a couple.
Don't act like it ain't no hood ass women out here.
I didn't say it wasn't. I literally just said the opposite of that. I just said the opposite of that. I just said I knew some Sexy Red is an outlier, lavishly. She is not that is not what most black women are.
Now she dogging out black women now.
Megan Thee Stallion, it's a whole bunch of them who are
you full of shit.
Y'all mute up. Let her go off. Go off, lavish. Say what you're saying. Say what you're saying. Say what you're saying, man. I'm listening.
It's called indoctrination, period.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Indoctrination. Look it up.
And you saying that most black women act like Sexy Red.
I said Sexy Red, Megan Thee Stallion is a few of them.
Yeah, most black women act well.
They're doing this to mess up our culture, our people.
What's wrong with Megan Thee Stallion? What she do?
Look how she half-ass dressed. I mean, look at the shit she says. Look at all the sexual shit. Do you want your daughter acting like that?
Lavishly. I'll be lucky. I would be lucky if my daughter acted like Megan Thee Stallion. But I got a question for you. Lavishly. What were you dressing like when you were 22?
I wasn't dressing like that.
No. What were you dressing like?
I was covered up.
You were dressed like a Pentecostal preacher's wife?
No.
What were you
talking about
like?
indoctrination?
Like you the one but I wasn't showing my whole entire body. I was not.
We got two galaxies.
And I would not let my child do it either.
So you're indoctrinated as well.
We got two galaxies going right now.
I respect myself. I respect myself in my
and we
body.
love that for you. We love that for you. But I find it
if we teach most of our kids to be this way, guess what?
Lavishly.
We won't be having conversations like this.
Lavishly. I have a question for you. You're a Christian.
Themselves.
You sound like a Christian. You sound like a Christian.
I'm not a Christian. I'm not a Christian.
What are you?
I don't believe in religion.
So you laid it low and spread it wide.
I am a spiritual being, is what I am.
You lay it low and spread it wide before you got married?
Girl, bye.
So you just like
I just had a child.
You
at
just
36.
like the rest of us. Are you
so
just
guess
like the
what?
rest
I
of us?
just had a child at 36. So I waited to have my kids.
So you
I don't lay it low and spread it wide or nothing.
So did you get married first?
Yes, baby.
You waited till marriage?
Yes.
No, you
didn't. She's lying.
No, you didn't.
She's lying.
You got one fucking kid.
One.
No. You went to marriage after 15.
You a popping pussy in the
daughter sit around here shaking her ass at 12.
She just had a kid at 36, and now her child is 16. Which one is it, man?
My son is 15, girlfriend.
So you 51.
15.
So you 51. Got
there you go. There you go.
The math is mathing now, but I'm curious. What I'm trying to figure out is what Allie was speaking to was you hunching before marriage. That's all she was talking about. And you was hunching before marriage.
Yeah, I had sex before marriage. But so what?
Just like Megan. What makes you different from
I wasn't out there, though. I wasn't out there.
I'm sorry. Listen, no harm, no foul. I hope you were practicing safe sex. I'm not judging you if you did. What I'm struggling with is you are doing, or you were doing, what Meg is doing in her younger years. What makes you different? Do you have the golden
puss? To everybody in the world.
Do you have the golden puss?
I disagree. She not doing it like
Yeah,
Meg.
I do.
Meg doing it better.
That's strange.
I gotta go there.
Meg
I
did it better.
respect myself.
But you didn't respect it enough to keep it for marriage. I did, so I'm better
Why
than
do I
you.
have to keep it
I'm
for
better
marriage?
than you, ma'am.
That is some Christian
I'm better
stuff.
than you.
That is
I'm better than
religion.
you. I kept it till
Really?
marriage. Now,
Wait,
where do we
yeah,
go with
God.
the conversation?
You
Where do we
talk
go with
one.
the conversation?
I'm not.
Hey,
Where do,
we're not taking criticism from a bitch shaped like a piece of zucchini, okay?
wait, Kay. Wait, Kay. Wait. I want to make this point
Hold on,
clear.
man. Hold
Do
on, man.
Do I get extra years on my life? Do I have lifetime warranty on this world because I saved it for marriage and I wasn't twerking in front of the world? Like, what is your point in bringing up Sexy Red and Meg Thee Stallion? Meg Thee Stallion got a master's and she owns her master's. Smexy Red has kids that she takes care of. She is in a predicament where she can travel the world with her children. Most people can't do that, and if they do, they struggle. What are you talking about?
She's a boomer. There's no helping her. She's too
No,
deep.
she's not a boomer. She's Gen X. She's Gen X. Hey, lavishly, did you go to Freaknik?
Unmute yourself, lavishly. We can't hear you.
She's so boomer coded. I'm your girl.
She look boomer coded.
And lavishly, if you're not a boomer, I'm curious if you would hear something from a boomer and a ex-Panther. I'm curious if you'd listen to him, because I've got some questions for you.
We don't go nowhere
She
in
know how to
the
work the mic. She don't
conversation.
know how to work the mic.
We don't go nowhere in the conversation with you trying to police Black women's bodies, but you don't have no energy or
Hey,
smoke
wait.
for the men.
Y'all don't police nothing.
Oh,
I'm just
God.
giving my
Ain't
opinion.
that what? Hold on, wait. Ain't that what white men do, Allie? They try to police black women's
Hold
bodies.
on now. Wait a minute.
But
Not y'all twinning them. Hold on. Let me go find that meme with the Spider-Man where
Ain't
they
that what the
point at
white-
each other. Because that's exactly what's going on right
That's
now.
literally what we got.
See
Ain't that
them,
what the white men
they
do?
twinning them. They twinning
That's
them.
crazy. I thought we were supposed to be not like the white man. Jesus Christ, I didn't know that whole virtual. What's it called? Virtuous bullshit that you talking about? You got that from the white man. I don't care if you spiritual or not. You got that shit from the Bible, man.
No, I did not. I got that from my mom and my
Your body
grandmother and
and
my
your mama,
family.
and they
taught
got
me
it,
how
and
not
they got it from the plantation. And they got it from the plantation. My
And they
body
was
is a
popping
temple.
pussy too.
And
My
they-
body
hold
is
on,
a
wait.
temple. That's how I feel from myself.
Hold on. Okay, damn, man. Where did you? Your body is a temple. Where if Google it right now and watch the scripture pop up. That's literally
Yeah,
the
I'm
scripture
sure
straight
it
out the
will.
Bible.
It came from
So
my
you-
grandmother.
Third hand from your grandmama who got it from goddamn what's his name? Nat Turner preaching that. Your granny
fake
got it from
Bible.
Nat Turner.
The fake Bible is where she got it from.
She got it from the face. And here you go repeat. Ma'am, I'm sorry. Let me calm down. I don't want to yell at you.
Look,
You right.
Hold on real quick.
You don't
Hold on,
deserve that.
Pug.
My body is
Hold on.
important to me.
Somebody
I
in the
don't want no
comments. Hold on,
goddamn
Lavishly.
blood.
Hold on, Lavishly,
How-
real quick. I got a question to ask
How old is
you.
your
Going up
husband?
in it?
How old is
There's
your
things
husband?
called
Lavishly?
diseases out here.
Lavishly, how old is your husband? Lavishly, how old is your husband?
54.
54. Okay.
Pug, somebody in the comments just said that she said free nature boy in her bio.
Who was that?
Nature boy.
Who's
You don't know who
boy?
nature boy is,
I
Lavishly?
ain't say no free nature boy. I say free Rashad Jamal. Who are you talking about? I don't even know no nature.
Who was Rashad Jamal?
He's a spiritual guy
Is
that was
Oprah?
locked up on charges.
Ain't that the nigga that was touching on the little
Oh, man. Share with the class.
He did not touch no kids.
See what I'm
He
saying?
was put up in
Y'all
there
keep playing in our face. Y'all got it though.
on TikTok, YouTube, and everywhere else. That's why he's.
She's the
Let
type
me
of
get
woman.
down so I get the live flag. Hold on, let me say something to this bell pepper shake bitch before I go.
Hold on.
You and Wrinkle Coochie.
Time out. Hold on.
You a hoe.
Hold on.
Don't start disrespecting.
Hold on, Lavishly. Hold on. You know what was crazy? Because I said it. because I didn't even know who he really was, and I just guessed it. Rashad Jamal, a new age prophet with a huge online following amongst esoteric black communities, has been convicted of child molestation.
And it was a lie. It was fucking set up. Dude, go first.
So, you saying that this little black girl that said that he touched her is a liar. So you don't believe little black girl.
Mama is a liar. She lied. She set him up because he didn't want to be with her no more. Period.
And this is why pygmies are dangerous. And you see how deep it goes? She is defending a fucking child molester.
He is not a child molester.
He's literally a child molester. He's literally a child molester.
That's the problem.
Literally a child molester.
Y'all believe everything that the
Hold on. Fuck that. Hell no. Literally, I don't gotta say nothing else. Literally, he is convicted of child molestation. Therefore, there is nothing alleged. He is.
How many people have been convicted on trumped up charges?
Yeah.
Okay, as somebody whose grandfather, who's visiting right now, was convicted on trumped up charges and served time longer than even Pub's life, my life, anybody's life. I don't often share this lore, A, because I don't like telling my business, B, because it, kind of destroys my public reputation as a white woman rising. But I just want to drop this real quick. I'm sick, so I don't have a lot of breath to say this, but I got a lot to say. Because you're touching a nerve talking about Panthers and, trumped up charges. So my grandfather, ex-Panther, is visiting me right now. Ex-Captain Panther of the Richmond chapter. I won't get into all of it. It's a very, very long story. But part of the reason why I sound like a white woman rising is because several decades ago, he had to drop my mom off with the white woman who raised her to believe that she was biracial, basically, because he needed to find a safe place for her to be when the trumped up charges were going and being trumped up. I say this to say, he tells me all the time about how part of his beef and eventual expulsion from the party had to do with his 23-page report that he did on the essay happening within the party. And the amount of women who were coming to him, telling him that they were instructed to offer schmecks to the leaders as part of the party activity, the pro-party activity.
Oh, for sure.
And that he was considered to be conducting anti-party or counter-party activity just by releasing that report. So he will tell you, like he told me, this kind of misogyny, this patriarchy is very much anti-Black. So if you want to have a conversation about anti-Blackness, be prepared to have this conversation about misogyny, misogynoir, and the fact that you can be oppressed and be an oppressor, right? I sound light-skinned, I guess, on the phone. I can use that for good or for evil. I can be oppressed and have proximity to privilege and proximity to whiteness. I can have thin privilege, English-speaking privilege, United States citizenship privilege. I can have all different kinds of things, right? Therefore, you can be oppressed as a Black person and be
an oppressor.
A tyrant in the home, just projecting oppression onto everybody within the home. And this isn't just women, it's children and it's other men.
Yep.
I would stand on men are the most misandrous. I didn't believe misandry existed until I realized, it's just men.
Penelope, only men can be misandrous.
Oh, really, only men can be a misandrous.
Only men can be misandrous because women hating men doesn't. Who cares? Like, and they're justified in it. Like, as a group, like if a woman says, "Oh, I hate men," I get it. I'm like, no, I can understand that. Same way I would understand a Black person being like, "Oh, look at white people," and be like, "Oh, I get that." I'm not gonna try to get. You think I'm about to argue? Like, you know what I'm saying? You're about to argue like on their behalf? Like, no, dog, not all white. Like, nah, you good? Nah, you got it.
Right, like. We're not going to do not all white people on here in 2025. We're not going to do not all men in 2025. It's crazy.
That's bonkers.
Unpaid overseer behavior. Stop doing unpaid policing of women's bodies, children's bodies, queer bodies, Black bodies, brown bodies, immigrant bodies. None of it. Not in 2025. And my granddaddy will tell you A Panther Captain will tell you this. Cut it out.
Knock
It's
that
not
shit
for
out.
you.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
Damn.
lost on me that she is also a boy mom.
Oh,
I don't know.
no.
We don't want to slide past that. Y'all are
Oh,
not
no.
going to get away from the boy mom allegation. So not
Oh,
only
no.
is she surrounded by her father, her uncles, brother cousins, whoever, but she also has a son. And for her to be up here at her big age trying to validate why a man shouldn't be sitting in that prison cell with piss dried up in the walls and the rats coming to see him in the evening.
Do you know him?
Because they think, hold on, ma'am. I'm gonna let you.
Do you?
I'm gonna let you rock.
No, she asked you, do you know him? Do you know him?
I don't know him, but I know.
But
I
you
watch
willing to
his
stand
wife.
on it.
His wife takes up for him all the time.
Like you take up for your husband? Like you take up for your husband?
Nicki Minaj defend her husband too.
I'm not gonna take up for
And that
nobody.
nigga ain't even dropped their kids on
You
the
got
phone.
literally his name. You saying free that man.
Because he is not one. There are people
How do you know?
There are people who have been
Never
accused of things that have not done it.
Like
How
it's
do you
not-
know he didn't
Hold on,
do it?
wait.
Is what I'm asking.
I have
You
to
don't know.
because
Wait. Lavishly, can you do me a favor? Can you
so many
change your?
people have his back in order for him to be guilty.
Oh shit.
As they say. He
No,
was
I was-
charged in a whole different county. The girl had been going after him because he got married and not to her.
You know what? You know what I want you to do.
You gotta look at all the things around.
Can you do me a favor?
Not just
Since you want to, because there's a lot of people that's been wrongly convicted and wrongly accused of things. And if we go, I know she gone, I know she passed, but you could have put Free Asada Shakur.
For real.
You know what I'm saying?
For
It's
real.
There's a lot of people you could have put up there that nobody would have had a problem with. You could have said
A
Free
lot.
Asada Shakur. You could have said, hey, you know what? I'm gonna say a little controversial. You could have said Free
why
Lady
do I
Home.
have to do what everybody wants me to do?
You don't have to do anything.
No, I have to
We
do
actually
it.
like
I'm
you
not
out in the
gonna
open.
sit up
So we
here
know to stay
and-
the fuck away from you. We like for y'all to be out in the open. We like for you to out yourself. I just find it kind of weird, not funny
I
weird,
don't
but kind of
literally
like
take up for
side eye
pedophiles. He
weird.
is not guilty.
Ma'am.
He is literally a PDF
So what if he
file,
got
man.
convicted?
Literally.
How many
So what?
people have gotten convicted who are not guilty?
I got it lavishly. How do you think it's easy or hard to get convicted of that crime?
Oh, it's easy to be convicted if the whole jury is white. And
You
don't
think it's
give a
easy
damn
to be
about-
convicted of a PDF file? That shit is
yeah.
damn near impossible. It is.
No, it's not.
Go look up the numbers. It is
No, it's
damn
not.
near
My
impossible.
own uncle got convicted and
I
he was not
knew it.
a
But you was
pedophile.
just up here riding for your uncle.
Your
Remember?
uncle?
Remember
One of
all
my
the men in your
uncles.
life are awesome. You just said all the men in your life is awesome. Come to find out you got a whole
Because
PDF
my
file.
uncle is awesome, and he was one of the people who were convicted unfairly because he didn't do it.
And you
I
know
was
this
practically-
how.
I was around my uncle my whole
Because
life.
The
So were
reason
my
why
cousins. He
the
was
reason
never
why
done
she don't
to
believe this
nobody.
is because you feel like you came on to your uncle. You don't feel like it was his fault for doing that to you.
My uncle didn't do nothing to me. What are you talking about?
Nothing
I
that you didn't
said
ask for.
my uncle was accused of the same thing and was innocent.
Hmm.
Y'all kill me. Y'all
Okay,
act
can I
like
just-
can't nobody be. How many people were
I'm sorry.
unfairly charged? How many?
Poverty. Stop yelling.
Well, how many people
Stop
were
yelling,
unfairly
Poverty.
charged?
Actual innocence hates to see you covered. This is not.
Poverty. I'm trying to say something real quick. I mean,
Do
lavish.
not
I'm
call
so
me
sorry.
out of my name.
There's nothing lavish about you, so I got confused. Anyway,
Goodbye.
like I was saying,
Looking older
like I
than
was
me.
saying, I'm with you. I'm with. Let's please. Anyway, I'm actually with you. Like I'm on your side. I just don't think that you're committed enough. I feel like if you really want him freed, why haven't you broken into the prison and tried to free him yourself?
Goodbye. Cut it out. Cut it out.
You're not, see,
I'll
you're
break
not
him to a
committed.
prison. Who's gonna break
You
him?
don't really believe it. You don't really believe it. Do you write him letters? Do you go visit him?
I donate money. How
you put
about
money
that?
Try to like, oh, you
To
donate
his
money?
family.
Okay.
To his family because he was the breadwinner of his family. So I do donate money to his wife and his kids. So guess what? Yep. I had his back.
You got 4 galaxies, y'all.
Okay, at least you donate your money. But I feel like if you really wanted that man to be freed, you would risk something, like actually risk something, and go try to get him up out of there. You're not really committed.
Risk. Why would I risk anything? I have a child of my own. Girl, bye.
You're not committed. We don't believe you. Crazy. You look crazy.
No, you do.
No.
You look older than me. Take that makeup off your face.
Oh, you don't like when women wear makeup?
Please, lady. I'm not even going to dignify that.
But if you wear it a lot, guess what? You need it.
Huh?
Babish, can you understand how misogyny, and in particular this misogyny right now, is very anti-Black? Also, y'all, I was joking about sounding light skinned. That was a joke.
I know.
No, sorry. Comments.
I don't take nothing you say seriously, Penelope. I ain't gonna even lie.
Period. And shouldn't.
I be cackling the whole time. Oh man.
Lavish.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
Can you fathom how anti-Black misogyny is?
How am I being
I
misogynist?
need to drop people.
Why y'all keep trying to have conversations with this lady? The brain processing power, I'm sorry, is not there.
Because I'm not gonna agree with you.
It's
That's
not
what
about
you're mad about. You're trying to force
We're
me
not mad.
to say that people are
We're just
all
connecting
men,
the
all
dots.
Black men to me, because y'all trying to say all men are misogynist.
She said she has the golden. She said she has the golden push, Shan.
Good for her. I just want her to stop. Lady, calm down.
Hey, can y'all?
How that sound?
Can one of my mods drop poverty? I mean lavishly, because I can't do it. It won't let me do it.
With pleasure.
It wouldn't let me mute her either. I don't know what's going on with her. It says she has a profile that doesn't support that or something.
With pleasure. I got it. She gone.
Thank you. I saw. Thank you. And can you drop the dude on the bottom? Because he ain't said nothing. He ain't on. If you want to say something, you can. We can move on.
I just didn't. I was just waiting for like the conversation to come. To
Oh, bro, yeah, you can talk. You can talk anytime you want to. Man.
Yeah.
Go ahead. We listening. My fault. I thought you was gone.
No, you're all good. So I guess my question would be specifically with the feminism destroys relationships, and that's a good thing. Is it from like the context of looking at traditional relationships, or just, as weird as this sounds, or just relationships in general, like relationships across the board of like all spectrums?
I don't really think it matters where you like. I think it just applies to relationships in general, but traditional relationships specifically.
Okay, traditional relationships, I can agree. I think relationships in general, I don't think so, because I think, I feel like a feminist framework helps you like understand if you're the woman or the person you're dealing with, and kind of how to interact with them, and kind of like the systemic barriers that affect your relationship, or the systemic things, or how do I say this? Not the what's it called, just the white supremacist ideologies that have kind of been invoked in both men and women when it comes to dating and relationships. So I think feminism doesn't destroy relationships. I would actually say that I would personally argue that it helps it.
Mm-hmm. It does.
Because
it does end up destroying relationships though, because men can't, like most men aren't willing to do the work that it takes to be in a relationship with a woman that would identify as a feminist and want equity and equality in a relationship.
I mean, fair enough. I mean, but I think if you're kind of walking into it with the kind of like maybe like a bare minimum understanding of like misogyny and capitalism and misogynoir and stuff like that. Well, I don't want to say misogynoir because we're not localizing it to Black people. I feel like it would be helpful if you're actually like willing to like deconstruct and do the work. I think it would actually be like very beneficial, because I think you would kind of see like certain things that people or talk about in dating discourse, and I feel like it would kind of give you like a zoomed out like look at dating and kind of see some of the things and conversations people have where it's like there's an invisible hand in there that's kind of like why is this there? Why do people care about this? Like specifically in traditions of like gender roles, or like some of the things I've been seeing on like socials. Like I can't believe people actually like really interact with this. Like seriously, where people will be talking about like a woman will listen to her boss, but she won't listen to me. And like it's kind of fucking weird, but whatever.
So what do you think the invisible hand is?
I would say it's probably capitalism, white supremacy. I wouldn't say white supremacy.
Misogyny.
Isn't misogyny kind of a creation of white supremacy?
No, misogyny existed before. If you think the white man invented the patriarchy, you no, the patriarchy was invented, a millennia ago. So capitalism was built on top of the patriarchy. So was racism. Racism was built on top of capitalism.
Yeah, that I agree on. Patriarch. So like, I don't want to sound like I'm trying to put the onus on you to like prove your point, but like what would be an example of like misogyny existing like prior to white supremacy?
You think the idea of extracting labor for free from somebody started with just white people?
Extracting labor for somebody for free? No.
Yeah, I would say the monarchies would be a perfect example of that. You do realize before white people existed, like even white people practiced the patriarchy before white people were a thing. You realize that, right?
Before race was a thing, like grape was a thing.
Like I'm saying, whiteness is a creation in and of itself because race is a creation, right? So before race existed, like the ancient Romans weren't black or white; they were just Rome. They were just Rome, right?
Yeah, I agree.
They were already practicing the patriarchy. The Egyptians practiced the patriarchy. The Mesopotamians practiced the patriarchy. Like they was already practicing the patriarchy way before. It was way before white people. So that's when I'm confused.
So this is I'm not like really here to like have like an argument. Like I'm actually like genuinely curious and like I kind of want to like learn from that real perspective and kind of get like an understanding. Then what would be like a solution to misogyny if it's something that's been around for so long, right?
Feminism. That's literally the solution to misogyny. It's a cure.
Okay.
Right. So if misogyny and the patriarchy say that women are to be in a subservient position to men and never have autonomy, and feminism says everybody should have autonomy and everybody should be treated fairly, equitably, and equally, then the cure to misogyny and the patriarchy would be feminism. Feminism was literally invented to counteract the patriarchy and misogyny.
I feel like I do have to do more research on like feminism. Like I'm not opposed to feminism in any way, shape, or form, but like I guess maybe only because I'm thinking about it from the perspective of like I guess white women in feminism, right? But I know it's not necessarily feminism is not something that's like specifically for white women, but it's just like I don't know. I guess I'm
black men, like the thing that I always find funny about black men who bring up white women and feminism is now all of a sudden we care about what white women was doing, but back when black men could protect black women and you know what I'm saying, and fight for the vote for black women along with the vote for black men men didn't want to do that. But I'm supposed to believe that black women they was practicing a bad form of like no. Black men never gave a fuck about black men.
That I agree with. Like you were talking about earlier, I do agree that I know you said you don't. I mean, we can make it about race. It doesn't really matter. Yeah. But
well, you brought up white women, so if that's when you made it about race.
Gotcha.
I just work on the premise I work on from the ideology perspective. I don't care about how people have, taken feminism and bastardized it and distorted it and used it to their own, end or whatever. I don't care about that, right? The same way I would say that about any black person that bastardized any black movement. I'm not gonna say like, that means the black movements is bad. Like, no, they were bad. The Black Panthers were bad. The whatever coalition, the whoever, right? Whatever group they were bad. But black empowerment, black freedom is never bad. I don't give a fuck who takes it and fucks it up. And that idea is never a bad idea. That's always the right idea. See what I'm saying? And I think we're always, I'm saying black men love to conflate and unnecessarily bring up what white women did with feminism as a way to obfuscate the importance of feminism, right? To like negate it, you know what I'm saying? Like to triangulate white women against black men and black women and all that. And I'm like, no. Fuck what white women did with it. I don't care what they did with it, right? I'm talking about feminism as a concept. It is good. It's good for sure, no doubt about it. Yep, some white women in the name of feminism, they did some terrible. Yep, absolutely. Yep, absolutely. I like communism personally, right? There are tons of people in the name of communism that have done terrible things. That's not communism. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not, I don't think that that's the only way for communism to function, or I don't believe any of that stuff. Just because Chairman Mao wanted that was his vision of communism, and he used, communism as, as a way to sell it to the masses. Yeah, I don't gotta buy into that shit and be like, that's communism. It's not. We've never even seen communism before. We don't even know what it looks like.
So, to broaden the premise that you made, I'm just kind of curious. So, in terms of specifically when you say that ideas aren't I wouldn't say ideas, but like some certain ideas aren't inherently bad. It's kind of how people use them. How do you feel about, I guess we'd say, religion and liberation movements?
Be more specific. What do you mean?
So, Christianity is a tool of liberation. Islam is a tool of liberation. I don't think I've really seen any examples of Judaism as a tool of liberation, but those two specifically.
I think it's a tool of oppression too. So I would say no movement should have anything. I think we should always separate church and state. I think it's that way everybody can come together because I'm not religious. Mm-hmm. So I don't want to join. Like if for me to achieve black freedom, I got to join the church. I'm probably not gonna get there. Mm-hmm. You have removed me from the movement. See what I'm saying? So yeah, we need to separate church and state. That's the smartest thing to do. Because my faith don't got nothing to do with us, getting justice, or at least it should.
Yeah. Well, I think that's really all the questions I kind of had.
Man, if y'all got anything y'all want to say, more than welcome to.
Well, I just was gonna say, if you could find one that isn't misogynist, like find an Abrahamic religion that does have misogyny as like a core tenet of it, then I would be interested to hear about that.
I mean, I personally don't subscribe to Abrahamic religion, so I definitely do agree with you. I was just curious about that.
The only thing I wanted to add was I feel like you have to be cautious of the whole like feminism and white women thing for a lot of reasons, but the first red flag that you should think about when you hear that is that there are more black men focused on trying to tell us that like feminism is for white women and that they tricked us into believing it than there are black men trying to convince us that it's not needed. You know what I mean? And like by their actions, not their words. Like the conversation is never, well, y'all are equal and we do see y'all as equal and y'all are treated as equal members of society or within our community, or and we see evidence to point to that. That's never the conversation, because then y'all know that's not a conversation you can have because you haven't done that, you haven't achieved it. So when the conversation is about who's pulling the wool over our eyes, well, you are too. So you have no room to tell me that. Like you have no room to try to. It's like one devil trying to make you see the other. Like I really don't want to hear it from you, even if it whether it's true or not, and it's not most of the time. But I don't want to hear it from you because you are just trying to make me like. Don't let them manipulate you. Let me do it. Don't let them oppress you. Let me do it. So if that's anytime you join a conversation and you hear black men saying that, but you don't ever hear them point to all the examples of why black women don't need feminism, it's not a conversation you should listen to.
Facts. Well said too. Let me read this. 310 said, if we only see feminists talking negative about men, then why would we think feminist is good? Feminism is good or feminists are good. The same way that I only heard MLK talk negatively about capitalism. I never heard MLK say anything positive about capitalism. I never heard Malcolm say anything positive about capitalism. I never heard Fred Hampton say anything positive about. I never heard Angela Davis say anything positive about capitalism. The reason why they never said anything positive about it is because it is not positive overall. So why would they need to say anything positive about it? Men overall are not positive. Why do they need to say anything positive about it? Why don't they if we are trying to call out the negative behaviors of men, why do we also need to say, well, not all men, but there's a few men in there that's good. Why do you need to hear that? If you're truly about liberation, if that's the thing that's going to stop you from joining arms with people is because you don't get a cookie every now and again, then you're not in it to be liberated. You know what I'm saying? You in it for some self-serving reason. I don't give a fuck. A woman don't never got to say nothing. Look, I'll be even more specific. A woman don't even got to say nothing positive about me specifically. You ain't got to acknowledge shit that I do. I don't give a fuck. I promise you I couldn't care less. I couldn't care less.
Why do I have to praise you for my freedom? Like, God damn.
Like, I don't give a
for
fuck.
my rights. Why do I need to
praise you? I'll go a step further. I take it even a step further. Y'all can talk cash money shit about me and it won't change how I feel about you. You know what I'm saying? Like, literally, like black people can start talking about me crazy tomorrow. I would never be like, man, nah, man, niggas is this. Niggas. Never. Yeah. Never. It don't, like, so why would I need a cookie? Like, that shit blows my fucking mind. like what I'm saying, like, if I would never change how I feel about you, like, nobody could ever make me hate you. That's all I'm saying. Like, there's, like, nobody could ever make me hate y'all, period. It'll never happen. There's no, I've seen too much. I know the truth. It will never happen, right? So there's nothing that can be said in my fucking 43rd year of life to be like, you know what? Black people really not, you know, we really ain't really, no, we are kind of, oh, nigga, never. Not never. It ain't never gonna happen. It ain't never gonna happen. And I don't care. It don't matter to me. Like, because I know what it is. That's the thing. Like, I don't understand. It's not that I don't understand. I do understand. I completely understand. The reason why you need a cookie is because you aren't about the liberation. You still thinking it go both ways. You still thinking black women is a part of the problem. You still thinking women is a part of the problem. You still thinking black men ain't that bad and we gotta protect black men. That's what you think.
Are we localizing it to me or just talking about in general?
No, I was talking to somebody in the comments. I wasn't even talking.
Oh, okay.
I was answering the question in the comments. Yeah, you can say none of that.
No, they're not looking for liberation. They're looking for validation. And when you only looking for validation, that's like a endless pipe. Like you'll never reach the end of it because the one you hit tier 1, now you aiming for tier 2. Now you aiming for tier 3. It's going to always be everlasting with you all. But if you go in it with true intentions and say, I see that these people are oppressed. I see the systems that were set in place to hold people back. I see rights being revoked from people who don't deserve their rights being revoked from. And I want to do something about it. It doesn't matter if your name was at the top of the list or if it was at the fucking bottom or if it's on the list at all. You just want to see them win.
I like to win. I'm a winner. I play on a lot of teams. I don't give a fuck If I get hurt, and the next nigga up, with my homie, I'll never forget this shit. I'm gonna get to this thing. I remember in the ninth grade, it was my second football game, right? I was a starting punt and kick returner, and I was starting receiver. But I was returning kicks, and I kept getting like 20, 30 yards on the kick. And then one time, it was my turn to go out there to go receive the kick, and I couldn't find my helmet in time, so they sent my homie Anthony Crowell out there. That motherfucker got it and took it to the house. And I was the first person to hug him. I was so happy. Like, I wasn't like, oh man, I didn't score. Like, I love that shit. We got a tough. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just want to get in the end zone. I don't care how we get there. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's always been my thing. I just don't like. I just be feeling like men specifically, we don't have a mindset of by any means necessary when it comes to liberation. It got to be done in a certain way. We got to be the leaders. We got to get the praise. We got to be in control. I'm not like that. I want to do what's best for the team. And what's best for the team is calling out the problematic behaviors of men. That is a huge part of it. Even if I'm a man, even if I got to be included in the all man discussion, I don't give a fuck. That shit don't hurt my feelings. Not one bit. That shit don't hurt me in no way, shape, or form. I'm still gonna live my life. I still got my friends. My friends still fuck with me. My family still love me. It's all good. Put me in the box with everybody else. Who cares? Now, like I say this 1,000 times. My feelings are not more important than black women's freedom, black children's freedom, or black men's freedom. Right? I said all how I feel aside for that shit. That shit is crazy. Aquarius said, if you purchase a 2-pound bag of apples and 8 out of 10 apples are bad, are you gonna say that bag of apples was good? No, nigga.
Yeah, it kind of goes back to what I was saying to him before. Like, why is the focus stop talking bad about men? And if y'all are, then why would I think feminism is bad instead of men stop being bad to women so they can stop having shit to talk about?
That's always that's the derailing of the conversation.
The mental gymnastics you have to go through to get to the end that feminism must be bad because it causes women to talk bad about men, but you don't come to the conclusion that the men that they're talking about are bad.
Yeah.
How does your brain work that way? It needs to be studied.
I also found it so interesting when that woman Lavish was up here. She said, when y'all were talking about all men, all of a sudden, or when you said men, all of a sudden it was all men when you're talking about it. But when you ask her what men do collectively or what black men do collectively to have black women's backs, all of a sudden it was this individual man I knew in school once. Like, how is that you're thinking? But for me, it's also like, I have to think about it this way. If I thought that I was going to receive a check for my policing of all these people, if I thought I was going to receive a check for whiteness or for maleness and it kept bouncing, I would be pissed too. I would be pissed. You would never hear the end of it from me. I would just be like, I'm supposed to get stuff for this. And all of society is telling me, you're a man. You get to.
I think I cashed out. I think that may be why.
That's what I'm saying. It's like.
I got mine. Maybe that's what it is. I cashed out. Maybe they write about me, y'all. They be saying that about me all the time. Like, yeah, you just feel like that because you just never had this relationship. But maybe you're right. Hey.
Yep.
Maybe that's what it is. Like you said, but hey, that's what it might be. But I think it just made it easier for me to not be an asshole. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that's where I got it from. I think it just made it easier for me not to be an asshole. That's it.
Not I sound black. I'm sick. You guys. I have a fun time on here just because, depending on what race people think I am, for whatever reason, they take what I'm saying differently. So that's the whole Penelope Valley Girl moment, because we love a Cali Valley girl. But yeah, when I'm sick, I guess I sound more like myself. But I just say that to say that, like, yeah, any proximity, any privilege, like, yeah, you can cash it on whatever little bit that you get, but realize that it just comes from, like, you're not really going to get paid for doing middle management behavior. like policing, you know, the next tier
Mhm.
down. You're not going to get to the top policing the next tier down. And the sooner that, like, men realize the misandry of patriarchy, the sooner that white people realize the stratification and like the class, the poverty that comes from being an unpaid overseer, like the sooner everybody realizes that these systems are not for them, the better.
Facts.
Okay. I definitely agree with that. I think that's why I was kind of
wait. I want Frida to go. Hey, brother, you got to mute up too. You got a lot of background noise.
Hello, everyone. Thank you, sir. Hi, everyone. Hope y'all well. I know that earlier we were discussing a bit about how like religion is also like used as like a form of, as a tool of patriarchy and stuff like that. I just wanted to like bring awareness to this amazing video that I found on my FYP by Marco Day Williams that was posted 4 days ago. He talks about, you know, the Bible and how like the specifically the King James version of the Bible was like used during like colonialism and like the transatlantic slave trade and all that stuff, right? And he also talks about, let's say, like witch trials, like misogyny, right? And to make like a long story short, I'm just like paraphrasing the video. Excuse me. Essentially, like the Salem witch trials, they like use that as a way to like target women who had who were like married to, exactly, land, and who were married to men who had land. So it's like if those men mysteriously died, who would own that land, it would be inherited to the woman. So because they didn't want that land to be inherited to the women, what they do, they accuse those women of being witches, and then they burn them at the stake. Yeah.
That's exactly what happened. That's exactly what happened. Historian, go ahead, brother. Or I don't know. I'm sorry. I said brother. I'm sorry. What's good with you?
Oh, we're just talking about the prompt. I was curious about it.
What part?
Because feminism destroying relationships, why would that be a good thing?
What is feminism?
Equality between men and women.
And if feminism is destroying a relationship, what does that say about the relationship?
I'm assuming that it's not equal. I mean, probably.
There you go. So wouldn't that be a good thing?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it depends on what you believe. I guess there are some people who do like to adhere to traditionalism. So
I don't know. Why? Wait, that was so easy. You could just say yes. There's no but if, what if afterward. So like it's okay. You could just say, yeah, no, that makes perfect sense.
I mean, it makes perfect sense if you don't adhere to like the traditional
You have to add a
values that
caveat,
society
but you don't
has.
have to add it. You don't have to add a caveat to it. If feminism can destroy your relationship, and feminism is the belief that men and women and children should be treated fairly and equitably. You just said it. So there is no if after that. That is what it is. It doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Like, because why would it? Go ahead, Shem. Yeah.
Because I actually already, like, you made a video about this, and it's exactly what I commented on that video, and he just like made me remember. Basically, what you're saying is that because when you keep talking about traditionalism, patriarchy is also traditional. So essentially, what you're saying is that y'all are admitting that for relationships to survive, especially traditional relationships, they need to be patriarchal in nature. And patriarchy is rooted in misogyny, and most traditional or just relationships in general, especially heterosexual relationships, a huge basis of those relationships are misogyny and women internalizing that misogyny. So what y'all are saying is like, yeah, feminism attacks misogyny, therefore feminism attacks relationships because we got to have some misogyny in this relationship for it to work out.
For him. For the man.
For most of them.
Mm-hmm.
I would agree with that. I would say that's how most relationships do work out.
Yeah.
So, and listen, don't forget, I always think about what Pup says about if you were, if monogamy were not enforced by law, how we'd all be at like, I don't know, Clay
Drake's
Thompson's
house?
or somebody's house.
Yeah.
But then they have to worry about the security. So Miss Andrew is also keeping the marriages and relationships together, because the way that men are afraid of other men and reroute the violence into the domicile by making sure every man gets a wife, it's a thing, because they don't want to worry about the single, young, lonely men or whatever that epidemic is that they said.
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm afraid of the YNs and the white YNs. The YTNs and the YNs. I'm afraid of both of them. They ain't got nothing to live for. If you get a society full of young men that's young, dumb, and full of cum, and they ain't got nowhere to, you know what I'm saying? Like, protect your neck, because they ain't about to play nice. They ain't about to play nice. I'm old too. I got a bad back. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't be tussling with no 25-year-old with a 22-year-old. Like, it's getting there. The neats are coming. No Diddy, the needs are coming. They're coming up. How that song go? I'm coming up. The niggas is coming up. They on their way, y'all.
The needs?
The needs. The men that like don't have any interest in like going to school, learning any trades, like any ETS. The needs.
Oh, okay. I ain't heard that one yet.
I think it's like no employment, education, or trades or something like that.
Yeah.
Damn, they got it. I thought that was just a loser.
Yep. The YNs is the young neats. The young neats. Them niggas taking over.
They're like, yeah, I'm a neat. Like, no, bitch, you're a bum. Like, what are you talking about?
That's not something to be up. That's not something to belong to. To belong in the neats. But hey, man, I love y'all. I gotta go. I'm about to go pick up my son. It's almost tree. I gotta pick this baby up, man. Shout out to the best minds in the business. Shout out to the tappers, yappers, and super chatters. One love, one thug. Shout out to everybody that joined the panel, the haters, the lovers, the debaters. Haters come back tomorrow, man. We'll be back in this thing. We did it, y'all. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good old time, man. That is a good old time. I can't even wind down. I gotta get active. I gotta go get this baby. It's almost 3. I gotta leave the house. Oh, look, it's 3 right now. I gotta go. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all.